as it continues to run. The quarterback is Thole, and Thole hands it off to Motter around the left-hand side. He's going to pick up 3 and get it down to the 39, up to the 39-yard line, and he'll bring up third down and about a long 2 yards to go, Greg.
Yep, they'll let this go all the way down to the 2-minute mark. Oh, Lions taking the timeout.
Lions are going to pull a timeout, I think. And
yep.
Is that what they're doing? Yep.
Yep.
Lions are going to take a timeout. We'll just keep it right here. So they want to try to stop this.
That's a good call, because if they get a stop here, they'll still get the clock stopped at the 2-minute mark. Then you got the punt. You got 2 timeouts left with that drive. So.
Yep, they got the 2-minute timeout. They'll have 2 timeouts left. But
you know what? You got to wonder. Is this a situation where Hope might go for it on 4th down?
Boy, you put the Lions in really good territory if you don't make it.
Yeah. Or you win the game.
Yep. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, either way, if they get the ball, if they get the first down here, the Lions then stop them. They're not going to get the ball back till there's about 30 seconds to go.
Right.
So they really need to stop here on 3rd down 2, and let's see what they do. Here they go after the timeout. Lions back onto the field. 3rd down 2 from the 40-yard line. Thuman in motion. Handoff. Motter. He's going to be stopped behind the line. No gain at all. Boy, the Lions sold out and stopped the run right at the 40-yard line. It'll bring up 4th and 2, and we'll find out what their decision is going to be after the 2-minute timeout, because it is approaching and is here right now. Your score with 2 minutes to go. It's Hope 31, the Mount 28 on UltimateSportsTalk.com.
My mom used to take Logan and I to Skyline. Since I got my driver's license, now he makes me go with him all the time and drive him there. I come home and he's just like at the door and he's like, can we please go to Skyline? I'm like, Logan, chill, we just got home. But it's fine with me because I love it too. Because it's like the one place that we actually like have like a conversation. That just became like something really special for us, and now we do it all the time and we just love it.
Skyline Chili, 5137 Delhi Pike.
Are you tired of diets? We are too. That's why at LIT Wellness Solutions, we focus on a non-diet approach to eating and health. A proven approach that promotes a healthier relationship with food and improves overall well-being. If that sounds like an approach you can get behind, visit us at www.litwellnesssolutions.com to learn more and see how you can connect using your insurance with little to no copay. Let us help you ignite the change within.
Well, the decision has been made, and Hope will punt. Interesting decision, Greg, or the obvious one?
Well, 2 of the 11 players came out for Hope, so weren't quite sure if a decision had been made. But I think this is the right decision.
Hunkus is back to return at about his own 15-yard line. Dunkel will punt it away. He's averaged 28 yards a kick today. There's a good snap. He's going to get it away. High, good punt. Hunkus is going to take it in at the 23. He called a fair catch, and that's where they'll have it, right at the 23-yard line. 1:53 to go. And here we go. Lions down by 3 and 2 timeouts left.
Can you believe the way the defense has played in this
second half? They made changes. You said they had to make changes in the second half.
Way different.
1:53. 2 timeouts left for both teams. And right now, the Lions are down by 3. Schreiber in the backfield with Napier. Receivers out wide on both sides. Now Aston moving in motion. Dropping back, throwing out to the sideline. It is complete to Connor. Again, the little 5-yard dunk. And they get it out of bounds at the 27-yard line. 5 yards, second down, 5 yards.
Second down and 5.
You kind of figured that's the way they were going to start it out, but it's usually to Aston or Hunkus. This time they went to Connor.
I'm just going to call him Patrick Always Open Connor.
Yeah. Dropping back. Now Schreiber throws out to the right side, and it is almost intercepted, and then almost caught by Pittman on the deflection, but it falls incomplete. Boy, holy cow.
They read that one.
Yep.
They read that one really well.
The Lions might have went to the well on that one. One too many times. Schreiber, third down, 5. Ball at the 27-yard line. Trying to do a hard snap to get Hope to draw offsides. They didn't. Now he backs away and looks for the call again. 10 on the play clock. 1:44 in the game clock. Napier in motion out of the backfield. Schreiber looks to the right. We got a flag down on the side. It's incomplete. Tried to get it to Aston. He was triple covered. And let's see what we got. It's a legal procedure called against the Lions. It'll bring up 4th down. And already Peter Sturzma has said, I'm going to decline it.
Yep.
Came right over to the official and declined the penalty. So it'll be 4th down, 5, and here's the biggest play of the game.
4 and 4 in the backfield. Offense. That penalty is declined.
What'd they call Napier? Napier? He was in motion. Did he cut up field too soon?
I don't know.
Here's your ball game.
I didn't think so, but
4th and 5, a minute 39 to go. Lions at the 27, dropping back Schreiber. He's going to step up. He's going to run. He can't get it. And it's brought down at the 30, and that's your ball game. Lions have 2 timeouts left, but Hope sold out. Came after him, and Schreiber got out of one tackle, couldn't get out of another, and is brought down at the 33-yard shy of a first down. And the Lions turn it over on downs.
Hopperton's not pleased. He's coming out to have a word with the officials.
Yeah, I don't think he was happy about that call on Napier. I'm not really sure. They called it on Napier, but Napier was moving in motion out of the backfield. So unless he turned and cut upfield prior to the ball being snapped, that'd be the only reason he should have been called for that. But it is what it is, and the Lions turn it over at their own 29-yard line with a minute 33 to go. Again, another disappointing ending to a ball game for the Mount. They got 2 timeouts left. Handoff goes to Martell. Martell off the right side, picks up a yard. Lions will immediately call a timeout.
Well, and no secret what Hope's going to do here.
Right. Minute 27. Take about another 5 seconds off for the next timeout. That'll bring up 3rd down. They'll be able to run 40 seconds off. So that'll mean if the Lions stop them, they'll have to punt the ball with about...
Well, they're in field goal territory here,
True.
So they'll probably kick a field goal.
Good point. 31-28. Hope on top of it by 3. Ty Hopperton still talking with the side judge about that one. Be interesting to
the side
find...
judge sure looks like he's interested in that conversation.
It would be interesting to find out just what that call was. I know it was on Napier for sure, but
yeah,
he was the man in motion out of the empty backfield. Minute 27 to go. 2nd down, 8. Make it 9. Ball at the 28. Thuman in motion. Now the snap, handoff, comes off to Martell. Martell spins forward. He's going to be close to a first down. He's got it. That's your ball game.
That's it.
Took it inside the 20, down to the 18-yard line. Gain of 10 on the play, and he's got the first down. And the Lions probably won't even take the final timeout, and they won't. Clock stops on the first down, and that'll do it. As the clock now continues to run, and Hope just will probably take a knee.
Well, you know what? They came into this game wanting to see what kind of team they are. If they're a playoff team, a national championship contender. They may not be national championship level yet, but they sure found what kind of heart they got in this game.
They're getting there. And they'll take the knee and down it. And that'll leave 45 seconds to go. They'll have to run one more play, but that'll do it. So the Lions come in looking for the win. They'll finish this one up 1-2 on the year in the first 3 games, and then they'll be off next week and back at home in 2 weeks against Anderson. Thole takes the snap, takes the knee, and that will do it. Your final score here this afternoon from Hope. It's Hope 31, the Mount 28. You've been listening to the Lions Rewind Show, a replay of the last Lions game's most important moments. Mount St. Joseph football is next on UltimateSportsTalk.com.
Take your game to new heights at Mount St. Joseph University. With 23 athletic teams and cutting-edge facilities, we are the NCAA Division III university in Greater Cincinnati. Learn more at MSJLions.com.
The following is a special sports presentation of UltimateSportsTalk.com. UltimateSportsTalk.com now presents the three-time defending Heartland Conference football champion Mount St. Joseph Lions. Takes it across the right side to the 50, 45-40. He's got a seam. He's to the 20, 10, 5, touchdown, Lions! This Lions game is being brought to you by Alliance One Network. See us at AllianceOneNetwork.com. LIT Wellness. Call Tanya at 513-659-3017. Iron sharpens iron. Owned by MSJU Hall of Fame inductee Alex Harbin. Official investigators. Call 844-263-3424. The Wishbone Tavern on Delhi Road in Delhi. Neiman Plumbing. Contact them at 513-851-5588. Scott Lawson of BSN Sports. 513-702-5646. On-time personnel. Call today for your new job at 928-3510. Skyline Chili on Delhi Avenue in Cincinnati. The George Nikias Insurance Agency. Call for your free quote today at 733-1255. And by the Mount St. Joseph University. Mount St. Joseph Football is a presentation of UltimateSportsTalk.com and the Mount St. Joseph Sports Network. Now let's go to the field for today's game.
Take your game to new heights at Mount St. Joseph University. With 23 athletic teams and cutting-edge facilities, we are the NCAA Division III university in Greater Cincinnati. Learn more at MSJLions.com.
For more than a century, Mount St. Joseph University has prepared nursing leaders who serve their patients with the heart of a lion. Whether entering the nursing field, changing careers, or expanding your professional skills, innovative simulation labs and a variety of clinical sites prepare you to deliver exceptional patient care. With flexible undergraduate and graduate programs taught by highly credentialed faculty, the Mount will help you climb higher. Begin your ascent at msj.edu/nursing.
Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Schuler Field. I'm Dave Mitchell, along with Chuck Murray, back from on assignment from a couple of weeks ago. And today, we are back at home here at Schuler Field as the Lions will be taking on a conference foe as we start the opener of the conference football season, and that is going to be against the Anderson Ravens here this afternoon. The Ravens come in with a record this year of 1-2 on the season as they head into this one. This is their home opener, or their conference opener also. And for the Lions, they are 1-2 on the year, coming in after that defeat last week, 31-28, or I shouldn't say last week, but a week ago, to Hope up in Holland, Michigan, by a final of 31-28. Chuck, I know you probably didn't get an opportunity to watch the entire ball game, but as you know, the Lions did an excellent job, stayed in that ball game pretty much all throughout.
Well, first of all, I want to thank your son Greg for filling in for me. He did an outstanding job. So, Greg, thanks for hopping in and filling in for me. But from what I could gather, got behind pretty good, and they were able to really make a nice rally with an opportunity, maybe either tie or win it at the end. And you know me, I'm not a big moral victory guy, but I'm telling you, the Lions have been very, very competitive in these non-conference games, and while they don't show up as wins, I think it's got to be a confidence builder saying, hey, we can play with these ranked teams, and these teams are, Aurora, 7-point game, Hope, a 3-point game, a win at Muskegon. So, we're going into conference play here. even though 1-2 maybe isn't where, you'd love to be 3-0, I think they got to be feeling pretty good about themselves.
Jonathan Cottigan is the head coach of Anderson. He's been there for the last 3 years. He's got a record of 3-20 overall for the Ravens. For the Lions, their head coach Tyler Hopperton, in his 9th year, 61 wins, and 24 defeats heading into this afternoon's ball game. It is just a beautiful day for football again here at home, Chuck, and we're hoping that they can bottle this thing up and hold it for the latter part of October and November.
Yeah, this is outside. I mean, I've been around a long time, Cincinnati area. The fall for October the 4th, I just don't remember. This is going to get to like 85 degrees today. So this is one of them days you think it's like late August rather than early October. But beautiful day. It beats, cold weather and rain and bad stuff. So got a great day to play. Hopefully it'll, add up to a big Lions win.
Well, the Lions have played probably their toughest non-conference schedule ever in the first 3 ball games of this season. They opened up at Muskingum. They won that game by 6, 33-27. Then they came home and lost here to Aurora in that game, 35-28. But again, Chuck, a very close ball game that the Lions just were not able to pull out at the end.
Yeah, it was tied up, and they had a 3rd and 17, and kudos to the quarterback for Aurora. He made a really nice run to pick up a first down. They went down and scored, and unfortunately we weren't able to score to tie it up. But again, a very, very competitive, tough loss. But again, you look back at some of the other years when we've played some teams and the scores a little more lopsided. So again, not a big moral victory guy, but they got to feel good about, really where they're at. Maybe not wins and losses, but again, the fact they've been competitive in these games.
And of course, 2 weeks ago up in Holland, Michigan, we talked about that game, 31-28. The Lions had a lead late in the ball game, but Hope was able to drive down the field, score a touchdown to win the contest, and the Lions were not able to overcome that final score and losing it by 3. So they're 1-2 coming into this game. Anderson, on the other hand, well, they've done exactly the same thing. They won their opener against Alfred State 7-6, but then they fell to Maritime out of SUNY 48-0 and Kalamazoo 27-0 in that ball game.
You made the announcement, my bad.
And as we look at this one, Chuck, and you've got this one in your sights, like we said, the Lions have played a very tough non-conference schedule, but they've got to learn how to win those ball games. We've been in the playoffs, we've lost close ones over the last couple of weeks. They've got to learn how to win those type of games.
Yeah, a couple years ago, I know we played Baldwin, Wallace, and Hope here and won 2 close games. Yeah, you do have to find a way to win those because, again, I go back to, especially at the higher level, Division I level, it's like, well, they played a good schedule, but they lost them all. You're right. You got to win some, and I feel like we're close. We're close. I know Coach Hopperton wants to continue to play these type of games, and, we're going to break through. We have broken through, a few years ago. Last couple of years a little bit tougher, but because, you don't want to go into a playoff game thinking like, hey, we got this game, we can play with these guys, but not really knowing for sure because you haven't been tested, So it's kind of a catch-22, but I don't think he's really worried about the overall record as much anymore as like, hey, let's play these teams and be competitive. Now, we don't want to lose, like we did to River Falls last year, 68-9, whatever that was. And that was a little bit of an aberration, but he wants to challenge the team. And, when he tells recruits, he wants to be able to tell kids, like, we're going to play as tough a non-conference schedule as we can. Come play here. So that's a selling point.
And they absolutely have done that. They've played about as tough a non-conference schedule, and they've got Ohio Northern coming up to the last game of the year this season.
Yeah, that'll be maybe a little tricky late in the year to be playing a non-conference game. I know in a perfect world you really wouldn't want to do that, but with Defiance out of the league, it's created an imbalance in the scheduling, and so everyone's going to have a different non-conference opponent as we go down. I think today there's one of the teams in our leagues playing a non-conference game. So it's just kind of the way it is until we can get another football school in our conference to even it back out again. You're going to kind of have these issues. I know, gosh, it was 5-6 years ago, last game of the year they had to go to New York to play a non-conference game, and I can tell you the kids weren't real excited about that.
Chayton Tomlin's final game, we were all wondering how Chayton would handle New York in his final game of his collegiate career.
Just I remember it being cold and windy. I didn't go, but I had some kids on the team, and they basically said they were not real excited to go and play that game.
Chuck, that brings up a subject that I've been thinking about over the last few weeks, that you and I have readily admitted, even on the air, that the last 2 years, the Lions' domination over the Heartland Conference, it's been tough to do ball games. It is tough to broadcast games when you're up 40-0, 48-7, and things like that. It's a situation where you look at this conference, the Heartland Conference, and you say, you've got to start building the conference up from the bottom up. You're only as good as your weakest link. And right now, there are 3 or 4 teams that have the capabilities of winning this conference, and it's tough for the rest of them.
Well, I think in looking at it, especially this year, Hanover's won a game at Alma. They've lost at Butler in a close game. And I think by us playing Michigan schools every year and playing in the OAC, the schedule clearly is bumping up a little bit from the non-conference standpoint. So now can these schools get better kids, basically, and better players selling the opportunity, hey, we're going to play a Michigan school, we're going to play an OAC school to try to get it up, because you're right, it's in a situation where, I think for 2 or 3 years we might have been the only team to win a non-conference game. I don't remember the exact numbers, but it's something similar to that. So, but it seems like it's getting a little better, and obviously you have to have facilities and things, but yeah, you always have to keep striving, that's for sure. And you want your, when we don't play, when Hanover plays a non-conference, or we're rooting for those schools to win, to make us obviously look better as a conference.
Look a lot better.
Yeah.
You brought up earlier Miami, Division I school, baseball team, 2 freshmen on their team because of the transfer portal.
Yeah.
What is the transfer portal? What effect has that had on D3?
I don't think it's as big an issue, because in a sense you could change schools at D3 anytime you wanted to anyway. You never had to sit out or anything. So if you wanted to go from Mount St. Joe to Anderson or vice versa, you didn't have to sit out a year. So I don't think it's as big an issue or big a problem at this level. I think maybe the fact that it's hit Division I, it's more kind of like popular, so to speak. So I think it's probably trickled down, but you can always have done this at this level.
That being said, then what is your remedy, or do you have any ideas as to how to strengthen this as a conference?
Boy, again, I think it's recruiting, and I think they're on the right track with the non-conference schedule, playing the Michigan schools and the OAC, and hopefully winning a few of them to at least, and I know at the end of the year where the second-place team goes to play in up in Canton, and those can't remember what the name of the bowl is, but they don't go to the NCAA playoffs, but they go to the second-place game. So I think it's a situation where the league's making some baby steps. I think we'd like to see bigger steps, but I think you got to walk before you can run. So it's better than it's been a couple years ago.
Chuck, that being said, we talked earlier about how Earlham, they lost their football program, and now you've got Anderson, who seems to be on the upswing, even though they don't have the stadium to play at right now. But we looked at their roster. They've got 100, and you counted up 105 players on their roster, and that's an improvement over the past few years.
Yeah, the coach has done a remarkable job. You don't necessarily look at the wins and losses. They did get a victory earlier in the season, but, yeah, they have some issues with they've had a playoff campus the last couple of years. So I think going forward, they feel like if they can get that remedied, and they can sell the league that, Hanover's doing well, Mount St. Joe's doing well. We want to be able to compete with those teams. That's what you need.
6 of the 7 Heartland Conference Athletic Conference football programs are opening up HCAC play this weekend. The Lions, of course, are opening up here against Anderson. Manchester's going to Bluffton. Hanover heads to Rose-Hulman. Rose-Hulman's really been the surprise in the fact that they have not won a game as of yet.
The last few years they've struggled in the non-conference, and I believe they play Hanover today. So that'll be interesting to see exactly how that turns out, because they have been a little down. I'm a little bit shocked that some of the schools in the league are going up, and they're maybe going a little bit down. So I'll be really curious, and we'll follow that game to see how. That's a little bit later kickoff, but that'll be an interesting score to see how that turns out.
Well, the Mount's going to be looking to get back in their winning ways from their 1-2 record. They've lost their last 2 games, close ones, and we're going to take a look at that, plus what's happening around campus, and we'll do all that when we come back right after this timeout.
For more than a century, Mount St. Joseph University has prepared nursing leaders who serve their patients with the heart of a lion. Whether entering the nursing field, changing careers, or expanding your professional skills, innovative simulation labs and a variety of clinical sites prepare you to deliver exceptional patient care. With flexible undergraduate and graduate programs taught by highly credentialed faculty, the Mount will help you climb higher. Begin your ascent at msj.edu/nursing.
Take your game to new heights at Mount St. Joseph University, where Division III champions are made. We coach our Lions to become leaders who will win on the field and in their career. With 23 athletic teams and cutting-edge facilities, we are the NCAA Division III university in Greater Cincinnati. Are you ready to compete with the heart of a Lion and become our next champion? Learn more at msjlions.com.
Chuck, as we said earlier, the Lions have lost their last two games very, very closely. How tough is it to come back in after a week? Have they erased that from their mind now after a week off?
I think so. You know, you get away. That's why the old schedule worked perfect. You played your 3 non-conference games, you had your bye, and then you got ready for your conference season. And unfortunately, again, with the unbalanced schedule, with the unbalanced amount of teams in the league, it doesn't quite work that way. But they played 3 non-conference. They had their bye. So it's similar. And I think that, I think they feel pretty good about where they're at. Lost a couple of tough ball games, but I feel like, you didn't lose by, triple digits or anything like that. You hung in there pretty good, and I'm sure coaches have watched the film and said, hey, we can make these couple corrections, move forward, because the goal is obviously every week to not only win, but to improve and to get better, so by the end of the year, you're playing your best.
Well, 2 weeks ago, I keep saying last week, 2 weeks ago in the game against Hope, Eli Aston, what a player. I mean, just a phenomenal player. He caught 14 passes in that game, 148 yards, 4 touchdowns in that contest, and he ended up being the Heartland Conference Player of the Week.
Wow, what a surprise.
Yeah.
With those statistics, we've been watching him now a little over a year, and he's a phenomenal football player. I thought some of the receivers we had in the past, it's going to be tough to accomplish what they did, but this guy, he's on another planet.
Nationally, he is second in receptions with 32, touchdowns with 6, ninth in receiving yards, just shy of 400, 394, and he just keeps getting better and better and better.
Well, I think the other thing, too, he's got to trust with his quarterbacks. Jackson, he's not afraid to throw it up and basically say, go make a play for me, and in most cases he seems to do that. Specifically remember the Muskegon game where he just couple Hail Marys up there through, and he somehow went up and made the catch. So, again, phenomenal player.
You talk about a player that has got the trust of his quarterback, and that's Patrick Connor, Chuck. 21 receptions on the year, 140 yards, 7 yards a catch. He's just always open.
Yeah, he kind of reminds me of the Julian Edelmans of New England wide receivers over the years. I can only recall one drop that he's had, but on third and, say 4 or 5, he's the guy. He's going to get open and get a first down, and he's been really, really phenomenal for the Lions.
I wish I would have known this 2 weeks ago, but Jackson Schreiber set a new school record for passes completed in a game against Hope, 36, and passes attempted, 56. On the year, he ranks 5th nationally in passing yards with 1,048 and passing touchdowns, 11. He's right up there with Tomlin and with Josh.
Yeah. Well, I think that's a fantastic stat. I think if you ask Coach Hughes, he'd prefer not to throw it 56 times if he could help it. But you got to do what you got to do to win. And if the running game isn't there, then you got to chuck it 50-something times. So I think he'd prefer a better balance. But again, every game's different. Every game's, a different anomaly, so to speak. So you do on that day what you feel is your best chance to win.
This is the 19th ever matchup between these two Heartland Conference opponents. The Mount holds an 18-1 overall record all time in the series, and the Lions have won 17 straight. But this isn't the only thing that's happening on campus. Chuck, what's happening elsewhere here on Delhi Day at Schuler Field?
Well, let's grab my notes here. So what we got is men's and women's cross country. They're running down at the Louisville Classic, hosted by the University of Louisville. Women's soccer is coming off a win. Men's soccer is coming off a win at Heidelberg the other night, and they tied Anderson last week in their home opener here. It was a heck of a game, and they're at Franklin at 3:30. And then the women's soccer team tied Anderson also last weekend, so they're 0-0-1 in the league. They're at Franklin starting at 1 o'clock. Women's golf is at the Beaver Fall Classic in Bluffton today. And by the way, we'll keep you updated on the soccer scores. Men's golf is at the Sinking Valley Collegiate Classic at Altoona, Pennsylvania. And women's volleyball, they're 5-9. They've played a really, really difficult schedule, been very competitive in their matches. Their first conference game today, ironically, is against Anderson in the Harrington Center at 2 o'clock. So we hate like heck the fact that we're playing both at the same time, but sometimes it just works out that way. So, you know, while we're watching the football game here, our heart will be a little bit at the Harrington Center, hoping them to get off to a 1-0 start.
Also, I want to talk a little bit about Anderson. And today they're coming in with a quarterback, Carson Brookbank. Brookbank is a junior for this team. We're not sure if he's starting or not. Their starting quarterback has been Luke Manning. He has been 29 of 46 for 63%. He was injured in last week's ball, or 2 weeks ago, and he is not even on the two-deep chart. So we're not sure if he's going to play, if he's in uniform or what, but they are listing Brookbank as the quarterback today.
Yeah, sounds like he's had an injury that he's just not going to be able to come back to at least this week. So, yeah, if he's not even listed, I can't imagine that he'll play in the game.
Well, also, when you look at what Anderson has done, they become more of a passing attack offense. They're averaging right now about 115 yards a game in passing, even though they were shut out the last two games. But their leading receiver right now is Dietrich Johnson and Adam Dunstan. Both have caught 8 passes on the year for about 60 yards reception-wise.
What I've noticed in the last few years, it's just really, really hard to run the football. I mean, so it's easier to throw it if you got to be able to pass protect. But that seems to be the trend with a lot of these teams. Throw the ball, get it out of your hand fast, and pick up some yardage.
And that's the problem. They have not been able to rush the football. They're averaging just 48 yards a game rushing.
Yeah. Again, I've been one of them typically, not always, typically the team that can run the football and not turn the ball over is going to win. You can throw it for 400 yards, but typically who can run it, who can stop the run, and who can not turn the ball over is going to usually win the game.
In comparison, and we say that the Lions have to be able to run the football, they're averaging 46 yards a game rushing.
Yeah, that's really a surprising stat, and I know that they clearly want to improve upon that. Hopefully today's a day where we can improve and crack the triple-digit number. But, yeah, they've I know in the games I've been at, it wasn't at the Hope game, but the Muskegon game, we struggled to run the football, Aurora. So hopefully today's a breakout day for us in the running game.
The difference is the Lions are averaging 350 yards in total offense. That's the difference.
Yeah, again, they've had to throw the football. Unfortunately, even when teams know they're going to drop back and throw it, we've still had quite a bit of success.
Chuck, the conference standings really mean nothing right now, but I'm going to go over what they've done in the non-conference schedule. Bluffton is 2-1, and right now they're at the top. They're the only team with a winning record in the conference. Anderson, Franklin, Hanover, and Mount St. Joseph all at 1-2. Then comes Manchester and Rose at 0-3, and I mean, we talked a little bit about it earlier. Rose is the surprise. Rose was one of the teams that was supposed to be up there with the Hanovers and the Franklins and Mount challenging for this conference title, and right now they have not shown much of anything.
Well, I guess it's like anything else. You've played your 3 non-conference games, or I know we have 4, and actually I think Franklin plays Muskegon today, so that'll be interesting to so Franklin will be finished with their non-conference schedule. But yeah, that is somewhat of a surprise. But as we've said, in the other years, not only Rose but teams have struggled to win non-conference games, but yet they've been in a quote-unquote championship game with us at the end of the year. We've been fortunate enough to win the last 3 years, but I'm sure they're hoping that even though they've struggled in the non-conference, that maybe, hey, we can get back on track today. But, boy, Hanover, that again, we've mentioned this, that's going to be an interesting game to follow.
You brought it up, but in the Heartland today, Manchester at Bluffton, Hanover at Rose, and Franklin is going to be playing at Muskingum today, so they've got a non-conference game again.
Right.
And they're playing that today. But you look at Manchester, Bluffton, Hanover, Rose. What's the game that interests you the most right now?
Oh, for sure the Rose game in Hanover. That's the one that really, and even the Franklin Muskegum. I'm not a big compare scores guys, but it's going to be interesting to see how they do up there, because they did beat Ohio Northern, a team we play later on in the year, in a non-conference game earlier. So, again, it just kind of gives you a feel for the whole thing on, hey, boy, and then, again, Hanover, we mentioned, they had a big win at Alma. Alma beat Hope at the end on a controversial call. We lost to Hope by 3, so you're like, sounds like a pretty good game shaping up next Saturday.
Well, we've got the D3 college football poll that came out earlier this week, and we've got bright sunny skies here today for this one. It should be a beautiful day for football. Chuck and I will be back with more on tonight's pregame show right after this.
The U.S. Army hosted a conversation between Mike Krzyzewski and General Martin Dempsey, two iconic leaders shaped by basketball and the Army.
Joining the Army can be looked at as an uncommon path. Why would you want to be common? You have an opportunity to join the best team in the world. Run to it. It's your opportunity.
These legends are shaping up the next generation of young Americans. Be sure to catch the full conversation on NCAA.com. The U.S. Army hosted a conversation between Mike Krzyzewski and General Martin.
I wanted to grow my leadership skills, but with work and a busy life, how could I fit it all in? Then I learned Mount St. Joseph University offers a flexible master's program in organizational leadership. For about one Saturday a month, I studied and refined my leadership skills alongside working professionals and top-notch professors. I'm now the leader I set out to be. The Mounts Organizational Leadership Program helped me climb higher in my career. Begin your ascent at msj.edu/MSOL.
Well, we've talked about this Anderson team, we've talked about the Mount team, and we've talked about what we think is the most outstanding game coming up in the conference this week. But, Chuck, I guess the question is, not only do the Lions have to put the last 2 close defeats behind them, but next weekend they've got Hanover coming to town. And Hanover is one of the teams that's expected to be right up there with the Lions to fight for this conference title. Do you look at this as a game, a stepping stone to that, or they cannot look past this Ravens team?
Yeah, for sure. I think it's a situation where, you know, if you played last week, maybe it's kind of a trap game, but the fact they've sat out last week, you should be super excited to get back on the field after having your bye week. So the hope is that, you know, hey, we're ready to play. We're not looking at next week at all. And even though Rose-Hulman's struggling, I can't believe Hanover would look past them. They got to win that game to kind of have a shot at the end of the year too.
Well, there's going to be some changes on the offensive line this week. They have decided to pull some people up, sit some people down. One of the changes is going to be from Donnie Lewis. He's running from right tackle and going to left tackle this afternoon. Of course, Jaleel Davis, he's been hampered with an injury all this time, so he is going to be out today. Lewis has moved to left tackle, Chuck. Washington Ewan has moved to left guard, and then they've got E.J. Davis coming in at the center position today.
Probably a little bit of a combination of, as you mentioned, the injury, but also like, hey, we got to get this running game going, so let's try to figure out maybe what our best combination is here and see how that's going to work. And then, you know, maybe they'll make some changes in game, too, to try to figure out that right combination because, you know, potentially the Hanover game next week's for the conference championship. The last 3 years we've been saying, hey, we've got till week 10 till we play Rose-Hulman. And we've played Hanover, and there's been some good games in Franklin over the years. But you kind of looked at that. Next week very well could be for the championship.
It really could be. And, you know, the Lions right now are opening up this ball game, opening up the conference season with a chance to possibly win their 4th consecutive Heartland Conference title. And when they do that, you would think that that's going to be a record, but it's not. And when we get back from the national anthem, I'll tell you what the record is for most consecutive wins of the title. Mount St. Joseph Marching Band with our national anthem here this afternoon. Well, the Mount going for their 4th consecutive Heartland Conference Championship, Chuck. That's not the record. The record is being held for most consecutive Heartland Conference titles, the Franklin Grizzlies. They won at least a share of the title for 9 straight years, from 10 to 18.
From what I remember, when we joined this league in the fall of '98, Hanover kind of ruled it for a few years, and then we jumped in for 4 or 5 years, and then Franklin, as you said, ran it for like 8, 9 years in a row where they at least got a share. And then since then, it's kind of been us. So it's been basically Mount St. Joe, Franklin. I think Rose got 1 or 2 maybe in there, somewhere in there. But it's basically the Mount and Hanover over the years with Franklin with that long run in the middle there.
Chuck, the Lions have just taken the field. So has Anderson, and the captains will meet at midfield for the coin toss of this one. By the way, we apologize. Technical difficulties did not allow us to talk with Tyler Hopperton, the head coach of the Lions, here today, and we'll get back to doing that next week. But we're about 3 minutes away from the kickoff of this one. I'm Dave Mitchell, Chuck Murray alongside as he's back from assignment. The Lions getting set to take on Anderson. Both teams have 1 and 2, and this is the opener in the Heartland Conference for both teams. When we come back, we'll have the starting lineups and the kickoff of this afternoon's game from Schuler Field here at Mount St. Joseph University right after these timeouts.
Passion's love. Passion is love for what you do. Because I think when you face challenges, it comes down to how much you want it and how much you love it. Passion is what keeps you going forward. Seeing so many people that were like-minded and so hardworking in their sport and academics, being surrounded by like-minded people makes you want to be more passionate. I think it pushes you to a different level that maybe you didn't think you had. You can do the best of both worlds and love all of it.
Take your game to new heights at Mount St. Joseph University, where Division III champions are made. We coach our Lions to become leaders who will win on the field and in their career. With 23 athletic teams and cutting-edge facilities, we are the NCAA Division III university in Greater Cincinnati. Are you ready to compete with the heart of a Lion and become our next champion? Learn more at msjlions.com.
Well, Chuck, right away a surprise in this one as Anderson won the coin flip, and they have elected to receive.
Yeah, typically most teams defer, but I guess the thought being is, hey, let's get the ball first, see if we can score and put a little pressure on the Lions. So that would be the thought process here.
So we're about set to go here this afternoon. Gorgeous skies. Boy, you just can't ask for a better day for football here today. Probably the temperature going to be right around 75 degrees. Lions in their home unis with the dark blue jerseys, white pants, white helmets, white numerals, and gold trim. And for Anderson, gotta love these uniforms. White jerseys with orange numbers, easy to see from the press box, and dark black pants and black helmets here this afternoon. Back set to return, Justice O'Brien, a sophomore, 5'6", 145 pounds. And Zaire Priolo also back set to return this one for the Ravens under John Coddington in his 3rd year as head coach. Ball is on the tee, and we are about set to go here from Schuler Field. Spencer tees it up, kicks it off deep into the end zone and through the end zone for a touchback, and Anderson will start at their own 25. Carson Brookback is the quarterback here today, junior, 6 foot, 204 pounds. His running back will be Albert Rabb. He has run 36 times for 107 yards and a touchdown. The wideouts are Adam Dunstan, Isaiah Rhodes, and Preston Yoder. At the tight end is Dietrich Johnson. He's one of their leading receivers. Setting in the backfield, empty backfield now, is Brookbank, the quarterback. He will start today at quarterback. He's got men in motion now. They're going to realign off to the short side of the field. Brookbank now moves a man in motion, and they're going to pitch it out around the end. He's looked for an option, and they couldn't find it. And Dietrich Johnson is brought down right there. No gain. Actually lost a couple of yards on the play, and the Lions really sniffed that one out, Chuck.
Yeah, it looked like Derek Rack and a bunch of his buddies there. You're right, it looked like he wanted to throw the ball. There was nothing there, good pressure, and all of a sudden Anderson's behind the chains here, second and long.
They're going to say that he lost 3 on that play. We've just begun. Coming out wide to the left-hand side is Dietrich Johnson. He's signified as the tight end. Preston Yoder out wide to the left. Brookbank, fake handoff, rolls out to his right, throws over the middle. It's incomplete. Going to the intended receiver on the play, Adam Dunson. He's also one of their leading receivers with 8 catches on the year.
Yeah, Austin Adams on the coverage there. So third and long here. You know, that's the thing. If we can hold them and get them off the field real fast here, then we're really going to be in an advantage knowing that not only we get good field position, but knowing you're going to get the ball coming out the second half.
Brookbank, no touchdown passes, 2 interceptions on the season, completing 43% of his passes. Out wide to the right-hand side, short side of the field, ball in the near hash mark is Preston Yoder. Going out wide to the left is Dietrich Johnson and Adam Dunson. Rabb is moving out of motion. He drops back. Now Brookbank looks to his left, no coverage at all, and he gets a completion right at the original line of scrimmage to Isaiah Rhodes, and Rhodes is going to be run out of bounds at the 25, and it will be a gain of about 3, but not enough for a first down. 4th and 10, Lions hold.
Yeah, great job by the defense. A quick 3 and out here, get the ball hopefully in good field position. Looks like Eli Aston dropping back to field this punt.
Zach Anderson in to punt the football away. He is a right-footed kicker from Cincinnati.
Yeah.
MVCA. And he gets that one off. Almost blocked, but he gets a nice spiral that Aston's going to let bounce at the 25, inside the 21, and down right there at the 21.
Boy, you were right, Dave. I thought they were going to block that, but he kicked a nice spiral right there.
So it's 1st and 10 for the Lions. Jackson Schreiber, the quarterback here today, 144.7 efficiency rating, 92 of 144 on the season, 4 interceptions, 11 touchdown passes, 1,048 yards, and a 64% completion ratio.
Yeah, he's been outstanding.
He'll have Napier in the backfield right behind him. Eli Aston goes out wide to the right-hand side. Hunkus is wide left. Lions start at their own 21-yard line. And they move LaFrange. He lines up tight end on the right side. And the handoff goes to Napier on the right side, cuts it up the middle. He takes it across the 21, out to the 25 for a gain of 4.
It's a good positive start for the Lion running game there. Anytime you get 4+, that's a good run.
And that's what they want to do every time they touch the football, Chuck.
Yeah, I think, you know, the goal would be to get this running game going today.
They need to do that. Get some positivity going into next week's contest. Schreiber, the quarterback. Fake handoff, drops back on 2nd and 7. He's going to throw it up the field. He's got Hunkus. Hunkus goes up, double covered, couldn't come down with it. Incomplete. Zaire Prideaux with the coverage for the Ravens.
Yeah, really nice play. Ended up being double coverage over there, and so we're in 3rd and 6 now. Yeah, good defensive play by Anderson there.
So it is 3rd down. Call it a long 6, short 7 for the Lions here as we have just begun this ball game. Schreiber
blitz,
looking things over, blitz, but the Lions pick it up. Now they throw it out to the left side, over the head of Hunkus, incomplete. And Anderson's defense will hold.
Yeah, quick 3 and out for the Anderson. Yeah, Jackson a little high on the throw there. Hunkus was open, but it just sailed on him.
May I congratulate Blake Watson. We have started a game and the stats work. Holy cow.
Well,
it's not just Blake's fault.
Nah, not at all.
It seems like every game we have, the stats don't work at the beginning, though. That's why I'm laughing at this. Dropping back, set to punt the football away for the Lions is Connor Yeager. Yeager, good snap, and he gets that one away. Came in, averaging 40 yards a kick, and it is taken in by the returner on the play. Cole Bryan.
Yeah, really nice kick right there. Good hang time, no return. We'll take that all day long.
Zach Anderson, should say Noah Trent with that catch. So Anderson with their second possession, they start out at the 35-yard line. 12:37 left to go, first quarter of action. First down 10. Anderson right at the 30-yard line is where they will start. Rab, number 21, the running back, moving in motion to the far side is Isaiah Rhodes. Dropping back, Brookbank rolls out to his left, throws it complete to Rhodes, and then he got hit and dropped the ball. Incomplete.
Yeah, real nice hit there by Zion James there. It was, if he holds on, Dave, it's a very minimal game, but a good hit to make it incomplete.
Second down, 10 yards to go. Already, Chuck, I could see a difference in the offensive philosophy of Anderson over the last few years. Over the last few years, they've tried to go deep, and this year it appears they're more with the dink and dunk.
Yeah, I think they're trying to get yards after the catch. You know, short throws, get it out of his hand, don't take sacks.
Coming out wide to the right-hand side, near side, is Dunson. By the way, Anderson going from left to right across your computer screen. Rab in the backfield to the left of Brookbank. Gets the snap, handoff to Rab. Rab around the right-hand side, and he's going to be stacked up and brought right down immediately by Luke Fortcamp.
Yeah, just nowhere to run. Lions, you know, filling those holes, and Anderson cannot make any yardage on the ground right now, which is a great sign for the Lion defense.
So to bring up third down, 10 yards to go this year. Anderson, 9 of 27 on third downs for 34%. Lions defense has been pretty much the same way.
Yeah, third and long, you don't want to make a living off this if you're an offense.
Absolutely not. 18 of 37 for the Lions defensively for about 46%. Brookbank, fake handoff, drops back, heavy rush, got hit as he throws it complete, and it's tipped up in the air and intercepted.
Brady Pierce.
Brady Pierce with the interception.
Yeah, somebody got up and deflected. I couldn't make out the number, but a good tip, and there's the old tip drill, Dave.
That's his second interception of the year. And the Lions will take it over 1st and 10 from the Anderson 32.
Yeah, great field position. Great job by the defense.
5th interception of the year thrown by Brookbank. And again, that offensive line really making a lot of changes here today, and we'll try to pick them up as we go. Donnie Lewis has moved from right to left tackle. Handoff goes to Napier off the right side, right behind the right guard. Inside the 30, down to the 29-yard line. Gain of a couple.
Didn't know if the Lions would go right to the end zone there or not, try to take a shot. Looks like Anderson's in some press defense here, so we'll see if our guys can beat their DBs off the line. Looks like a single high safety they're playing.
Schreiber, the quarterback, with Napier to his right. 2nd down, 7, drops back, steps inside the pocket, now throws out to the right side, over the head. Incomplete to Eli LaFrange.
Again, a little bit high. I think Eli could have caught it, but it was definitely a high throw. So right now, if he was a baseball pitcher, you'd say he's just a little bit wild high. So big third down here. Really 4-down territory here, but boy, I'd like to pick up the first down without having to get into a 4th down situation.
Kamari Pittman is back into the ballgame for the Lions. Patrick Conley is out wide to the left-hand side. Patrick Connor, out to the left-hand side with Hunkus, dropping back Schreiber on 3rd and 8, throws it up the right side. He's got Aston. Aston caught it inside the pylon, out of bounds. Incomplete. He didn't complete the catch.
He was bobbling is what they're saying.
Aston is saying he caught the ball, but the official who was behind it said he was bobbling it.
Yeah, well, too far for me to question the official there. But the DB's waving his hands incomplete, so I would assume they're going to go for it, and they are.
I would, yep, and they'll put it right back at the 29-yard line. 4th down, 8 yards to go. Lions on 4th down this year, 3 of 7.
That was a beautiful throw there. He dropped it right in the box, but just couldn't quite hold on to it.
Great throw. Schreiber on 4th down and a long 7. Drops back. Throws it to the other side. He's got the man. That's complete. Patrick Connor, touchdown. Beat the DB, and Connor picks up the TD on the touchdown pass. And that is his first touchdown of the year.
Yeah, we're typically used to him running those little 5- and 6-yard outs, but he goes long there, beats the DB, and the Lions are on the board. Big 4th down conversion.
Schreiber, 12th touchdown pass of the season. In to attempt the extra point is Spencer. Spencer, right-footed kicker. De La Cruz is the snapper. High snap, but it's down, and the kick is up, and it is good. 10:43 to go, first quarter from Schuler Field. It's the Lions 7, the Ravens nothing on UltimateSportsTalk.com and YouTube.
Dayton Children's cares about the health of your children. Hi, I'm Kirk Herbstreit. Growing up in Centerville, my parents taught me the importance of being healthy, and now I'm teaching my kids. Childhood obesity is on the rise, but there are small steps that we can take to fight it. Turn off video games and go outside, ride bikes, go to the park, or learn a new dance. Parents, once we get moving, our kids will follow.
Dayton Children's, experts you trust, caring for the children you love.
At LIT Wellness Solutions, we've partnered with 6 of the leading insurance carriers to ensure you receive the weight and health management support you need with minimal to no copay. Wonder if your insurance qualifies? Visit www.litwellnesssolutions.com today and click the Learn More Now button to find out and get booked. Let us help you ignite the change within. www.litwellnesssolutions.com today.
Well, during that break in the action, Tyler Hopperton out talking with the official about that incomplete pass.
Yeah, I think he wanted that TD on third down, but we'll take it on fourth to take the lead 7-0.
Spencer will kick it off. And back set to return is Zach Anderson, and it'll be taken in at the goal line. And cutting it up to the left-hand side is Prelue, and Prelue takes it out to the 15, 16-yard line.
Yeah, he could. That ball deflected into the end zone. He could have took the knee there. Probably was unsure, brought it out, so the Lions have him inside the 20.
And he might have a. Let's see what the official is going to call.
They're going to put the 10:31 back on the clock. I guess 3 seconds they lost somewhere. Just a quick comment on Max Spencer. His kickoffs have been phenomenal. He is he's doing a great job for the Lions, both kicker and punter. But boy, he's been outstanding to either touchbacks or kicking it to the goal line and making it really tough on the opposing team.
Yep, and I think the Lions are going to need him come sooner or later. Brookbank, the quarterback, Rab behind him, fake handoff. Brookbank looks over the middle, throws over the middle, incomplete. Threw it behind the intended receiver, I believe, and that would have been Dunson.
Yeah,
but he was way behind.
Yeah, he wasn't even looking, so there was a little bit of a timing problem there.
So it'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Yeah, I think their game plan, they've decided they're going to have any chance, they're going to throw it about 50 to 60 times today.
Ball right at the 16-yard line.
The couple chances they tried to run the ball resulted in basically negative yardage.
Yeah. Dunson out wide to the right-hand side. Dietrich Johnson, the tight end, is split left now. And now Johnson moves in motion, lines up tight end right. And we've got a timeout taken by the offensive coordinator, Lamont Johnson. 10:27 to go, first quarter. Lions leading it 7-0.
At LIT Wellness Solutions, we've partnered with 6 of the leading insurance carriers to ensure you receive the weight and health management support you need with minimal to no copay. Wonder if your insurance qualifies? Visit www.litwellnesssolutions.com today and click the Learn More Now button to find out and get booked. Let us help you ignite the change within. www.litwellnesssolutions.com today.
Chuck, you said Cincinnati over Iowa State right now?
Yeah, it looks like it's 31-13 now. They're looking at the monitor. It's either going to be 31-7 or 31-14 at the half. I guess Iowa State has maybe a potential TD, but boy, Cincinnati really pouring it on.
They are really playing well over the last few weeks. 2nd down, 10 yards to go after that timeout, 2 remaining for Anderson. Moving him. Far side, long snap, fake handoff, throws out to Dunson, and it goes over his head and incomplete, out of bounds. Good thing that was out of bounds, Chuck, because that was a backwards pass.
Yeah, that could have been trouble there for Anderson. So they're in another 3rd and long, and I'm sure the Anderson staff doesn't want to see this, but they kind of went away from the running game, just figuring they just can't make any yards. So they're going to live and die by the pass at this point. And again, he's trying to get rid of it, quick out of his hands to stop the Lion pass rush. So it's tough sledding for Anderson right now.
3rd down, 10 from the 16. Anderson in their own territory. They have not picked up a first down as of yet. Brookbank with Rab behind him to the right. Fake handoff. Brookbank Looks over the middle. He's got a man.
Open.
It's complete. That's Dunson. Dunson at the 35. Got the first down to the 35, 40, 45. Runs up the far side, and he's pushed out of bounds near the 49-yard line. Still in Anderson territory, but Anderson with their first big play of the day, they've got a first down.
Yeah, a little square in there. He ended up wide open, so whoever's responsible for that area just got lost or went after another guy. So Anderson, big pickup on a 3rd and long.
Miles Harding was the man that pushed him out of bounds for the Lions. Under 10 minutes and running left to go, quarter number 1. Next week, the Lions back here at home against Hanover. First down 10 from the 49-yard line. Brookbank now under center for the first time today. Moves Dunson in motion. And the handoff, deep handoff, fake handoff, throw over the middle, complete on the play at the 39-yard line of the Mount. That's a gain of 12 and a completion to Isaiah Rhodes.
Yeah, Miles Harding in on the tackle, so they'll have a couple of successful pass plays here. Again, I don't think it's any mystery. They're going to turn around and chuck it 50 to 60 times today.
Little wrinkle out of them, though, by going under center.
Yeah, a little play action pass there to try to hold the linebackers and hold the rush. And boy, 2 big explosive plays.
Brookbank now 3 of 8 for 56 yards passing. They move a man in motion to the line, and that's Dietrich Johnson. Handoff, Rab around the right-hand side, picks up some yardage down to the 34-yard line. That's a gain of about 4 on the play. And they've seen a little wrinkle here, Chuck.
Yeah, having a little success here and starting to feel good about themselves. And
they have not. Go ahead.
No, I was just going to say, and this is pretty much 4-down territory for them. So they like where they're at right now.
They have not scored in the last 2 weeks. Won their first game 7-6, but they've been shut out over the last 8 quarters.
Yeah, Fort Camp was in on that last tackle.
Second down, 6 yards to go. Brookbank, the quarterback, handoff Rab around the right-hand side, finds a hole, gets it to the 31-yard line where he is stacked up right away. Brought down by Zion James again.
Yeah, so 3rd and about, 3 or so, Dave, I guess?
This drive, the Lions safeties have been coming up and making tackles, and that's something that you really don't like to see.
No, you prefer your linemen and your linebackers. So Anderson's offensive line getting a little bit of a push right now.
7:48 and running. First quarter from Schuler Field in Cincinnati. 7-0 your score, the Mount on top of it. Now Brookbank goes back to the shotgun. Actually the pistol with Rab right behind him. 3rd down, 3 yards to go. They move a man in motion. Dropping back is Brookbank. He's going to throw it over the middle. Incomplete. Went right through the hands of Dunson. Just overled him.
Yeah.
And it's now 4th down.
Yeah, that way he just overled him a little bit. So they're going to clearly go for it here. But that was a potential first down. He just led him just a little bit too far.
4th down, 3. On the year, Anderson has not gone for it on 4th down, believe it or not.
Well, this is a big play right here early in the game.
They are 0 for 0. 4th down, 3. Dropping back, Brookbank. He's going to tuck it under. He's going to run it. He's got the first down as he broke a tackle, got to the 26-yard line where he's taken on head for head on the play with the Lions. Luke Fortcamp again.
Yeah, nice decision there. You know, he couldn't see anybody open. He was able to dodge a tackler. We had a shot maybe to get him on the ground, but he was able to avoid the tackler and pick up the first down.
Boy, first 9 minutes of this game, Chuck, Fortcamp has been all over the place.
Yeah, it seems like we call his name quite a bit, no matter what game it is.
6:45 and running. 7-0 Mount. Dunson goes out wide to the left-hand side. Preston Yoder is split to the left-hand side, trips out to that side, and then the right tackle, Jack Elder, moved, and that will knock them back. Instead of 1st and 10, it'll be 1st and 15. 6:32 remaining. First quarter. Late arriving crowd.
Yeah, you know, for the people not aware, it's mid-semester break, so a lot of the students are gone. And so hopefully it's just an aberration, but you're right. It is kind of late arriving, but, you know, it's not the usual packed stands that we're used to.
6:20, clock running now, 1st and 15 after the penalty. Brookbank is going to run it out to the left-hand side, and that's not Brookbank. That is the backup quarterback, Cody Eastgate, and Eastgate is hit behind the line and dropped all the way back to the 36-yard line. That's a loss of 4.
Yeah, Elijah Walker lost his helmet, but he made the tackle there. Really nice play. Strung it out, didn't let him cut it up, so second and really long.
Chuck, what was better for you on the mid-semester break, as a student or as an administrator?
Well, it depends. If we have games, we got to work, so it doesn't really matter. Like when they say spring break, we don't get a spring break.
Second down, call it 20 yards to go. A long 20, a short 19. 5:40 remaining in this quarter. 7-0 Mount. Dropping back Brookbank, who's back into the ball game. Throws over the middle, complete on the play. Dunson at the 32-yard line. Gets hit at the 33. Speeds forward on the far sideline, and he's run out of bounds near the 30-yard line. He's going to gain about 7 on the play and bring up second down and call it about 14, maybe 13 yards on the play.
Boy, I'll tell you, he ran a long way for those 7 yards. Broke a couple of tackles, so looks like about 3rd and 13 here. So, again, Lions are in a good position defensively, but it is 4-down territory.
Third down. They'll say third down now, about 13 yards to go. They need to get inside the 18-yard line for a first down. Moving in motion to the far side is Rhodes. Throw out into the flat to Rabb. A short pass, caught it at the 30, and he's pushed out of bounds near the 28-yard line on the play.
It looked like Luke Paffin on that tackle. Nice one-on-one tackle in the open field. So 4th and, well, really short pickup, so 4th and 12.
Well, you'd have a tough time finding a pair of linebackers that are better than Paff and Fort Camp.
Yeah, they're pretty doggone good. So
coverage, rushing attack, everything.
Yep. Too long for a field goal, I guess they assume, so they're going to go for it.
Fourth down, call it 12 from the 28-yard line of the Mount. Brookbank in an empty backfield. Now looks over to the side. Play clock down to 7. Audibleizing. Looks to his belt to try to get the audible number. 3 seconds on the play clock. Gets the snap. Looks over the middle. Good protection. Throws into the end zone. He's got a man. It's complete at the 10 and brought down at the 9. The catch made on the play by the tight end, Dietrich Johnson.
Yeah, actually really good coverage there. He just kind of went up for the jump ball, and he was taller than the DBs and was able to make the catch. So 1st and goal, they make a big 4th down conversion. Lions didn't get much pressure there. He had all day to throw.
That was an Aston Hunkest type of catch.
Yeah, really good catch. Just climbed the ladder, and again, not much pressure there defensively.
1st and goal. 3:30 to go in this first quarter. Brookbank now moves a man in motion to the far side. That is Eastgate. Dropping back, he throws out to Eastgate, incomplete. Tried to find the man in motion and couldn't get it to him. Makes it incomplete, and now Brookbank will tie his shoe. 3:24, clock stops on the incompletion. Ball resting inside the 10, right at the 8-yard line. Ty Everson, the left tackle for Anderson. Daquan Vivret is the left guard. Aaron Gomez, the center. Braden Bennett, the right guard. And the right tackle is Jack Elder. Coming out wide to the left-hand side is Preston Yoder. Dunson now lines up in the slot. Tight end right is Dietrich Johnson. Fake handoff, looking into the end zone. He's got a man. Complete touchdown for Anderson. Brookbank found the receiver, and it was complete. And now it is a 7-6 ball game.
Well, you'd have to say Anderson's offensive line won that series. They good protection, had a few good runs, and then a couple of big conversions on 3rd and 4th and long.
That's the first time Anderson has scored in the last 2 ball games. And that makes it 7-6. So coming in to attempt the extra point is Corey Layton. Puts it up and through. 3:18 to go. First quarter. We're all knotted up at 7 on YouTube and UltimateSportsTalk.com.
For more than a century, Mount St. Joseph University has prepared nursing leaders who serve their patients with the heart of a lion. Whether entering the nursing field, changing careers, or expanding your professional skills, innovative simulation labs and a variety of clinical sites prepare you to deliver exceptional patient care. With flexible undergraduate and graduate programs taught by highly credentialed faculty, the Mount will help you climb higher. Begin your ascent at msj.edu/nursing.
Think
better, feel better, be better. At Iron Sharpens Iron, 5229 Montgomery Road in Cincinnati, train with passion and purpose. Be challenged by the 3 core principles: strength, core, and cardio. Make yourself better mentally and physically. Iron Sharpens Iron provides a fun and effective fitness training that you'll love. Try one of their 6 different programs: the Iron Circuit, Early Burn, Thrive, the Good Fight, Trinity, and Super Saturday. Ready for a better gym experience? Get to Iron Sharpens Iron today. 5229 Montgomery Road in Cincinnati.
Well, that drive for Anderson, 14 plays, 84 yards, 7 minutes, 10 seconds, and they tie it up here at 7 apiece.
I think when they decided to take the ball to start the game, that's what they envisioned, but then on their third possession there, they did exactly what they wanted, a long time-consuming drive to try to, keep the score or the time down.
Layton will kick it off, short kickoff, take it in by one of the upbacks for the Lions across the 30 out to the 35-yard line. That was a return on for the Lions.
Yeah, Anderson's just trying to shorten the game a little bit here. So we'll see what the Lions can respond here.
Joey Thaman with that return.
Looks like De La Cruz is in the backfield now, Dave.
Well, that'll be his first appearance in the ball game here this afternoon. Schreiber, just 1 of 5 passing. Of course, that 1 for a touchdown. Moving on the line. Free play. Flags down. Offsides. He's going to throw it deep. And he's got a man out there, and it's going to be knocked away incomplete. Boy, a lot of hand checking going on, but good calls by the officials.
Yeah, I thought maybe we'd get a pass interference out of that too. So we'll get a free 5 yards. It'll be 1st and 5.
The intended receiver was Ethan Powell. That'll be the first penalty of the ball game. Your officials today, the referee Jason Ferguson, the umpire Brian Feggi, headline judge Jeremy Huckstep, line judge is John Disney, your field judge is Kyle Hunt, the side judge Ian Wolin, Chrissy Royce is the back judge, and the clock operator today is Martin Escato.
5-yard penalty moves the ball to the 43, where it'll be 1st and 5.
First down 5 now as the ball is moved out to the 43-yard line. Handoff goes right up the middle to De La Cruz. Boy, he hit the hole hard across the 45 to the 50, and he's into Anderson territory at the 49 after a gain of 9.
Lions are going to go hurry up here, Dave.
1st and 10 right at midfield. They'll spot him right at the 50. Receivers out wide on both sides. Dropping back is Schneider. He looks up the field, and he's got a man, and it is incomplete to Hunkus.
Boy, he put it right on him. Looked like the DP was tugging at the jersey a little bit, but got away with it.
It's not a penalty unless it's called.
Yeah, yep.
Hunkus still almost came down with it.
Yeah, he kind of batted up the air to himself 2 or 3 times, couldn't quite grab it. Just maybe a little bit too far out in front. Maybe that tug made the difference.
2nd down, 5 yards to go. Check that, 2nd down, 10 yards to go. Receivers out wide on both sides. Hunkus on this side, Aston on the far side, dropping back. Schreiber throws over the middle. Got Hunkus at the 37-yard line, 35, and he's upended inside the 35 at the 33-yard line.
Yeah, nice throw and catch, a little in route there. Good gain.
Simpson, the middle linebacker, with the tackle.
Lions going hurry up.
1st and 10, ball at the 33-yard line. And Schreiber, handoff, goes to De La Cruz, and De La Cruz got stacked up right at the line for a loss of about 2.
Yeah, as soon as he got the ball in his hands, there was about 3 guys on him, so not a whole lot he could do on that one.
Kamari Pittman is back in for the tight end Eli LaFrange. So is Patrick Connor.
Looks like they're going to go 5 wide here.
Empty backfield. You're right, 5 wide. Connor and Hunkus on the near side. Ball in the near hash mark. Trips in a diamond. Out on the far side on 2nd down and 12. Empty backfield. Schreiber gets the snap. So rolls out to his right. Looks upfield. Directing traffic as he rolls out. Throws it into the end zone. He's got a man. That is complete on the play, is it? It is caught on the play by the Lions. Kamari Pittman.
What a catch and throw. Kind of threw that into traffic a little bit, but Kamari came out with it.
Schreiber just directed traffic as he was rolling out to that right side. And
yep, he extended the play, and that made a huge difference. So the Lions with a chance to answer right back here before the end of the quarter.
A minute left to go in the quarter. Pittman out now. De La Cruz back in with to the right of Schreiber. LaFrange back in at the tight end position. Aston moves in motion to the near side. Ball on the far hash mark. Fake handoff. Schreiber got hit as he throws, incomplete. Well, he was just hurried on that play and couldn't get the ball to Eli Aston, excuse me.
Yeah, good pressure there by Anderson. They sniffed that out pretty quick. So second and goal. Looks like about, the 3-yard? From the 2-yard line is what they're saying. So 46.9 seconds to go in the quarter.
Not exactly the stat-stuffing day you would have anticipated from Schreiber. He's just 3 of 10 passing. LaFrange, tight end left, handoff. De La Cruz right up the middle, touchdown, Lions! De La Cruz high steps it into the end zone, and the Lions have regained the lead at 13-7.
Yeah, you really like to see that answer by the offense. You know, answering the bell there. You don't want to give Anderson any type of courage or confidence that they can maybe hang in there and play with these guys. So big drive by the offense there.
So coming in, Spencer to attempt the extra point. Spencer this year, 9, make it 10 of 11. And that one is up, and it is good. 42.3 seconds to go. 14-7 Lions here on UltimateSportsTalk.com and YouTube.
This game is brought to you in part by Alliance One Network, delivering seamless, tailored solutions that bridge technology, creativity, and partnerships. From creative media and property services to wellness programs, business development, and smart technology, Alliance One empowers growth through innovation, collaboration, and impact. Whatever your vision, building a brand, managing real estate, or developing a business, Alliance One Network brings expert teams together to help you thrive. Learn more at AllianceOneNetwork.com.
So the Lions now have regained the lead on that touchdown pass, or should say touchdown run, Chuck.
Yeah, really nice answer there by the Lions and offensive coordinator Darrell Hughes. Boy, just to be able to answer the bell after Anderson's really impressive drive down the field to tie it up, the Lions quickly retake the lead.
8 plays, 62 yards, 2.5 minutes, resulting in the touchdown by De La Cruz. That is his first touchdown rushing of the season. 42.3 seconds left to go in this first quarter of action. Dropping back, set to return. Aiden Navarre for Anderson. As they drop back. And Justice O'Brien, and it'll be taken in by Justice O'Brien. O'Brien cuts it to the 10, to the 15, to the 20, out to the far side. He's going to be upended right at the 23-yard line, maybe the 24. First and 10 for the Ravens, 33.7 left to go first quarter.
I always feel if you can keep the team inside the 25 from a special team standpoint, that's a win. So that means they got to drive at least 75 yards. So the Lions special teams have been really good so far today. Actually, they're going to mark, I think, at the 23. Maybe.
23.
So, good job by the special teams.
First and 10. Anderson with Brookbank, the quarterback, staying in there. Led the team on a 82-yard drive last time to tie it up. Brookbank man in motion, handoff Rab right up the middle. Got to be hit and dropped right there. Clock never started. Now it finally did, and the head official, Jason Ferguson, they do not like it when the timekeepers don't start that clock.
I refereed basketball for years, way back in the day, and I don't, clock, get it, they forget to start it, get into the game a little bit too much.
15 seconds left to go. Anderson's going to get a playoff here.
Yeah, they could choose to let it run out. They're going to try to get us to jump, Dave. They're not going to snap it.
Second down 10, clock down to 10 on the play clock, and you're right, they're not going to snap it. That'll be the end of the first quarter of play here from Schuler Field. Dave Mitchell, Chuck Murray bringing you all the action here today. Your score, it's the Lions 14 and the Ravens 7 on the Mount St. Joseph Radio Network.
Every day is a great day at the Wishbone Tavern in the Delhi Plaza. The Wishbone Tavern still serves the best wings and burgers in town, but now they offer brunch on Saturday and Sunday starting at 10 a.m. And for your next event, use the Wishbone Tavern's party room, capable of holding up to 60 people. Contact Nicole for a reservation. With a menu full of fresh ingredients, hand-breaded appetizers, and a relaxed family-type atmosphere, your good time will begin when you walk in the door. The Wishbone Tavern in the Delhi Plaza, a proud member of the community, open Monday through Friday at 11, Saturday and Sunday at 10. This is Dave Mitchell for the George Nikias Agency. George continues to enjoy working with all of you and helping to customize an individualized program on Medicare supplements or Advantage plans. George can simplify the process and help you get into the type of coverage you need. Don't leave your future to chance. Make sure you're covered financially and physically. The George Nikias Agency, serving the community since 1986. Call George Nikias today at 513-733-1255 or stop by the website, georgenikias.com. The George Nikias Agency, reliable, respectful, and responsive service.
Well, the Lions are leading it now 14-7 as we head into the second quarter of action. Cheerleaders out throwing T-shirts into the crowd, but none of them had the arm to get you.
Yeah, we're a little bit too high up for that, but I got enough T-shirts.
Ah, okay. Brookbank, the quarterback. Anderson going from right to left, throws over the middle, complete on the first play of the second quarter. Complete to Dunson. Check that. That is Rhodes, I'm sorry. Got it out to the 28-yard line.
Yeah, just a little quick in route there. Picked up about 5, so they're 3rd and 5 right here.
3rd down 5, Brookbank, 8 of 15. Is that a lion roar?
Yeah, I believe it is. You know, for the 3rd down kind of, it's 3rd down. And
okay. Wasn't sure right off the bat. 3rd down, 5 yards to go. Ball's the 28-yard line in Anderson territory. Rab moves in motion out to the near side, dropping back Brookbank. Throw over the middle. He's got Rhodes, but it's incomplete. Threw it down around his knees.
Yeah, good coverage there by Brady Pierce. So the Lions are going to force a punt here.
14-15 to go in the first half of action. At halftime, we'll take a look at the Buckeye game tonight against Minnesota.
Really nice stop by the line defense. Get a quick 3 and out, get the ball back to your offense.
I think that number is 19 in a row they've beaten Minnesota.
That sounds about right. Yeah, it's been a long time since I can remember Minnesota beating them.
You remember who the last coach was to beat them?
Was it
Minnesota?
Was it the old Ohio State assistant, Glenn? What was his name?
I can't think of it either.
You know. You were expecting me to know.
Yeah, Anderson punts it away, and it'll hit at the 40. Taken Anderson, bounce inside the 30. Great punt as it ends up being down at the 24-yard line. That's going to be a 48-yard punt. Nice job by the punter, Zach Anderson.
Yeah, Eli couldn't decide if he wanted to try to come up and catch it. Any doubt, let it hit. You hate to lose that yardage, but you clearly don't want to turn over there.
So the Lions going from left to right, bring out De La Cruz again at the running back position. It's Delhi Day here at Schuler Field. First and 10 Lions. They've got the ball at their own 27-yard line. Aston out wide to the right. Slot right now is Connor. Hunkus is out to the left-hand side, dropping back. Schreiber throws over the middle, complete to Aston. Aston at the 31-yard line, brought down right at the 31.
Yeah, good gang tackling there. Not much after the catch.
You don't see Eli going over the middle very often.
No, usually he's running those fly patterns or down the field a little bit, but nice defense there by Anderson.
Won his second Player of the Week award this week for his efforts up in Hope 2 weeks ago. Second down, call it 7 yards to go. De La Cruz gets the handoff off the left-hand side, bounces off a tackle, now hits it out to the outside, and he's going to be wrapped up and dropped for about a yard loss. Boy, just nothing there.
You know, Dave, it's just still a struggle to run the football. This is really the first time in my 4 years that we've really struggled, gaining positive yards on a consistent basis.
De La Cruz loses a yard, makes it 3rd down, 8 yards to go, 13 minutes and running left. First half. Schreiber out of an empty backfield, looks up the right side. He has got Eli Aston on the sideline. He caught the ball, dropped it in the breadbasket, and it's complete and out of bounds at the 32-yard line. After a while, you just expect it.
That's a great throw. That's really good defensive coverage by Anderson's DBs all over him.
It really was.
He just dropped it right in the bread box, and boy, what a great catch and throw.
Zaire Purdue had excellent coverage on Aston, but when you just drop it into the breadbasket like Schreiber does, Aston hardly ever misses a ball.
Yeah, and that's single coverage, and that's tough to guard him one-on-one.
1st and 10 from the 32.
Uh-oh.
Schreiber is going to get hit and dropped back outside the 35 to the 38-yard line, so he's going to lose about 9 yards on the play.
Yeah, good pressure there by Anderson. Got the sack, their first of the day. Loss of about 8 or so.
12 minutes exactly left to go. Wholesale substitutions on the defensive side of the ball for Anderson.
Second down and 17.
Loss of 7 is what they're calling it.
Thaman goes out wide with trips out to the left-hand side. Aston down here on the near side, dropping back Schreiber. Looks to his left. He's going to go into the end zone. He's going for Thaman. He's got it. Thaman dives into the end zone, and he couldn't come up with it. Incomplete. That's Connor. Excuse me.
Yeah, he had to kind of dive for it, go to the ground. I guess bobbled it, couldn't quite haul it in, and must have hit the ground.
He is human.
Yeah, no argument by him, so good call by the official.
He didn't come up with it. That's one of the few that you don't see Connor come up with.
Well, let's see what they do here. If they can get maybe half this, they could try a potential field goal because Spencer clearly has the leg, or if they get close enough, they could go for it.
I'd really like to see that.
Yeah, I would too.
Of course, our wind prognosticator, Chuck Murray, will give us the wind projection, dropping back Schreiber. Schreiber rolls out to his right, dumps it over the middle. He's got De La Cruz at the 30-yard line. He's got 9 yards. It'll bring up 4th down 9. Let's bring in Spencer.
Let's see what Coach Hopper does.
They're bringing in receivers.
Yeah, I guess they feel like it's a long field goal, which he's probably capable of making, but they just like their chances better on a 4th and 9 pass. So
14-7, Lions lead it. Connor comes out to the wide side here on the near side. Aston out in the diamonds on the far left. De La Cruz behind. Schreiber wanted the center to snap the football because there was movement on the line by the Anderson defensive line, but nothing. And now he'll take the snap with a second on the play clock, throws it out to the right side, complete on the play, and that's to Pittman. Pittman inside the 20. He's got the first down at the 19-yard line, a gain of 15 on the reception.
A real good route there. Anderson had a chance to potentially get him on the ground short of the first down because he caught it short of the sticks, Dave, but nice move there to get the first down.
10.5 remaining in the half. 14-7 your score. De La Cruz to the left, and now the line judge is going to take a timeout taken by Anderson. We will too. 10:22 to go in the first half. Your score, Mount St. Joseph 14, the Ravens 7 on the Mount St. Joseph Radio Network.
This is Dave Mitchell for the George Nikias Agency. George continues to enjoy working with all of you and helping to customize an individualized program on Medicare supplements or Advantage plans. George can simplify the process and help you get into the type of coverage you need. Don't leave your future to chance. Make sure you're covered financially and physically. The George Nikias Agency, serving the community since 1986. Call George Nikias today at 513-733-1255 or stop by the website, georgenikias.com. The George Nikias Agency, reliable, respectful, and responsive service.
For more than a century, Mount St. Joseph University has prepared nursing leaders who serve their patients with the heart of a lion. With flexible undergraduate and graduate programs, the Mount will help you climb higher. Begin your ascent at msj.edu/nursing.
Well, for those of you who like to keep track of Chuck's social activities after ball games, he has nothing to do tonight.
Yeah, I'm excited. No soccer games. No, they're on the road. Volleyball's playing now. Again, we'll keep you updated on that, but looking forward to a night on the couch tonight. Maybe watch a little bit of the Buckeyes.
And me? Kings Island.
Kings Island. Have fun.
10:22 to go. First down, excuse me. And 10, Schreiber throws into the end zone, double covered, knocked away and incomplete. Tried to go to Eli Aston.
Yeah.
And he couldn't. That's Eli LaFrange, excuse me. Couldn't come down with it.
That's really good coverage right there. Probably a ball Jackson shouldn't throw. Trying to force it into Hunkus there, and it's just, yeah, that was probably not the decision he should have made there, but good defense by Anderson, second down.
Ball right at the 20-yard line is where they have it spotted. 14-7 the Lions. De La Cruz staying in the backfield out of the pistol. LaFrange, tight end left. Low snap. Schreiber hands it off to De La Cruz right in the middle to the 15, 10, 5. Dives to the end zone. He's down at the 2, maybe the 1.
Yeah, that'll be a first down. The officials are waving the chains to move. And actually, you don't have to move the chains. You just got the yard marker here. Big hole. That's a good running lane for De La Cruz. He hit that hard. And a good opportunity here for the Lions to add to their lead.
Really a nice job by Schreiber to pick that ball up off the ground and still get it to him in time, in his rhythm. There's a handoff to De La Cruz again off the left side. Dives in. He's in. Score. Touchdown, Lions. 9:42 remaining in this first half.
Really nice job by the offense there. Go down again. Now they go up 2 scores, gaining that momentum back.
Coming in, Max Spencer to attempt the extra point. He's 2 for 2 today, 11 for 12 on the season. That one miss was a block. 9:42 remaining. Lions lead it by 13. Spencer will attempt the extra point, put it up, and drilled it right through the uprights. 9:42 remaining. First half. Lions 21, Ravens 7 on UltimateSportsTalk.com and YouTube.
Repairing a sewer line in your front yard can be costly and unsightly. Say goodbye to excavations and unsightly nuances in your front yard by calling Neiman Plumbing for all your sewer repair needs. Neiman Plumbing can repair your sewer line by using their trenchless, no-dig sewer repair. Say goodbye to having to repair your lawn. Neiman's trenchless sewer repair involves installing a liner inside the sewer line to prevent future backups. Call Neiman Plumbing, 513-851-5588 for your trenchless, no-dig sewer estimate, or visit them online, NeimanPlumbing.com. BSN Sports is the official athletic supplier of Mount St. Joseph University. If you need anything for your team, league, or complex, contact Scott Lawson of BSN Sports today. BSN Sports is the largest local sporting goods provider in town. They manufacture bleachers, benches, netting, foul poles, padding, goalposts, sleds, football dummies, and screens. And if it has to do with your athletic complex, gyms, courts, weight rooms, baseball and football fields, track and field, or outfitting your teams, call BSN Sports today. Scott Lawson, 513-702-5646.
Well, that drive for the Lions, 10 plays, 73 yards in 4 minutes and 20 seconds, and they have taken the lead at 21-7. And taking in the run is Kem Harris. Kem Harris is going to take in the kickoff. He's going to cut it to the 20 and now put his head down and dive out to the 23-yard line.
Again, Dave, inside the 25. That's a win for the special teams. Looks like Zion James in on the tackle, so, keep him inside the 25. That to me is a win every time.
9:34 remaining here in this first half of action. We'll talk Ohio State football coming up in just a moment at halftime. Purdue is leading Illinois 7-3. Iowa State losing to Cincinnati here this afternoon. Georgia over Kentucky 14-0. 9:34 remaining in the first half. Moving in motion to the near side is the receiver, Dumas, and now rolling out to the right is Brookbank. He's going to throw it over the middle. He's got a man complete. That's the tight end, Eli DeRuza. And DeRuza with his first catch of the afternoon. He's got 11 on the play, and it's first down.
Yeah, Brady Pearson on the tackle. Nice, really, kind of bootleg misdirection there. Fooled the Lions. He was able to hit his receiver on a crossing route there for a first down.
Got some updates on scores. Illinois now leading Purdue 30-21. Iowa State down to Cincinnati 31-15. Georgia 28-7 over Kentucky. And Michigan beating Wisconsin 10-7. 8:55 remaining to go in the first half. First and 10 from the 35. Dropping back Brookbank. Throws over the middle on a crossing pattern. Complete on the play. It's caught by the intended receiver, Dunson, and Dunson takes it out across the 35, and he's brought down near the 37-yard line. Gain of just a couple.
Yeah, Miles Harding in there on the tackle. So, yeah, like you said, a short gain. Also looked like Dylan Pearson on the tackle. So, second and about 8.
Brookbank looking at Rab just to the right of him. Trips out to the right-hand side. Ball in the near hash mark. Fake handoff. Throws over the middle. Nice catch on the play by Dunson, and he takes it out. Check it. That's Rhodes, and Rhodes takes it out to the midfield stripe. 14 on the catch and a first down.
If possible on defense, I'd like to see the Lions take away the middle. Make him throw the ball outside the numbers a little bit, see if he can be as accurate, because he's doing a really nice job on those 8 to 10 yard kind of square ins or slants.
7:45 and running, left to go first half. Brookbank again, 3 receivers out wide to the far side. No tight end on this side. Fake handoff, rolls out to his right, looks back to the left.
Boy,
no protection.
Oh,
now he
God,
throws it upfield, and the man is wide open on the play, and it is complete at the 30, and he's going to be run out of bounds at the 19-yard line. Preston Yoder. I thought he stepped out of bounds. He was so wide open.
Well, I can tell you, anybody's going to complete a ball when he's got 10 seconds to throw it, but still there was a breakdown there and a blown coverage. He was open by 20 yards. Nobody around him. So Anderson threatening to cut into the lead.
Brookbank, 12 of 20 on the afternoon, 122 yards passing. First and 10, 21-7, Mount leads it, 6:55 to go. First half, Brookbank with Rab right behind him. Moves a man in motion, dropping back. Brookbank gets hit behind the line, flips it out to Rab on the right side. He breaks a tackle inside the 25 and down to the 22-yard line. They still lost about 3 yards, but that was about the most exciting play of the day for Anderson.
Yeah, we had him for about a 7 or 8 yard sack, but he was able to squirm away and just flip it. And like you said, a 3-yard loss versus about an 8-yard loss. So, but 2nd and 13, so we got him behind the chains.
Rab, his 4th catch of the year. He doesn't do too much in the passing department out of the backfield. And he lines up to the left of Brookbank. Now he goes behind him and lines up on the right, ball in the far hash mark. Yoder out wide to the left. They're going to go back to Rab on the right side on the wheel, and he dropped the football. He was wide open. There was nobody within 10 yards of him, and he just dropped it.
Yeah, we got away with that blown coverage. You're right. He was wide open, and fortunately for the Lions, he dropped the ball.
3rd down, 13 yards to go from the Mount 20, make it the 22-yard line.
Yeah, they had a blitz coming, and just for whatever reason on that side, nobody was in that area. And again, Lions with a fortunate break there.
Clock stops on the incompletion. Yoder out wide to the left-hand side. Dietrich Johnson lines up slot left. 2 receivers, that's Dunson out wide right, and Eli DeRuza is out to the left. And now John Coddington is going to take his 3rd and final timeout of the first half. 6:04 to go in this first half of action. It's now your score. The Mount 21, the Ravens 7 on UltimateSportsTalk.com and YouTube.
My mom used to take Logan and I to Skyline. Since I got my driver's license, now he makes me go with him all the time and drive him there. I come home and he's just like at the door and he's like, can we please go to Skyline? I'm like, Logan, chill, we just got home. But it's fine with me because I love it too. Because it's like the one place that we actually like have like a conversation. That just became like something really special for us, and now we do it all the time and we just love it.
Skyline Chili, 51-37, Delhi Pike.
Well, Chuck, you've got a score from the Heartland.
Yeah, 7 minutes to go in the first. Hanover already up on Rose-Hulman 13-0. So they look like they're the real deal coming in here next week.
6:04 remaining. Kickoff next week, 1:30. We'll be on the air at 1 o'clock with a rewind at 12:30. Hopefully we can package this weather and have it here next week. Could be just a little cooler.
I would assume.
Brookbank, the quarterback, after the 3rd and final timeout. Drops back, throws over the middle.
Oh!
Flea flicker, gets it to Dunson. Dunson's at the 5, and he takes it in for the score. The hook and ladder.
Wow.
And it worked to perfection.
It did. That little pass over the middle that seems to be there all day. And, wow, what a call.
Looked like it was caught by Yoder coming to the near side, and then Yoder just flipped it in the opposite direction to Dunson, and he took it in for the score.
Tell you, they believe over there. They're excited and get a chance to make it with this extra point, a 7-point game.
21-13 your score. And in to attempt the extra point will be Corey Layton. Layton on the year is now perfect at 3 for 3 in extra points. 5:55 to go in the first half. 21-14 the Mount on UltimateSportsTalk.com.
My mom used to take Logan and I to Skyline. Since I got my driver's license, now he makes me go with him all the time and drive him there. I come home and he's just like at the door and he's like, can we please go to Skyline? I'm like, Logan, chill, we just got home. But it's fine with me because I love it too. Because it's like the one place that we actually like, have like a conversation. That just became like something really special for us, and now we do it all the time and we just love it.
Skyline Chili, 5137 Delhi Pike. Sometimes circumstances require the services of a private investigator, and when that happens, contact Official Investigations and Security Services in Cincinnati. They specialize in surveillance, insurance fraud investigations, workers' comp, witness location and protection, accident reconstruction, and stolen auto and construction equipment. Official Investigations and Security Services also provides mobile notary services throughout the tri-state area. So for your needs, call the best. Courtesy, professionalism, experience, and results. Official Investigations and Security Services at 844-263-3424.
Well, the old hook and ladder works again, Chuck.
Yeah, you know, it was a heck of a play and a heck of a design there on 3rd and long. So Lions are in a battle, and Dave, Hanover scored again. It's 20-0 with 5 minutes to go in the first quarter.
7 plays and 76 yards for Anderson. 3 minutes 40 seconds to add to that score. Makes it now 21-14. Lions will take the kickoff in. It's taken by Thaman. Thaman to the 20, 25, spins away from a tackle, and he takes it out to the 28-yard line, and that's where the Lions will start 1st and 10.
You know, we talked before the game, you know, would the Lions be looking ahead? Will they be a little flat? And, you know, my response was, man, you haven't played in 2 weeks, and I know Hanover's a big game next week, but, you know, I would have thought there'd be maybe a little bit more emotion. But, again, give credit to Anderson. They've executed on offense. They've done some really good things. And, you know, we're in a battle here.
This is what we were talking about in the pregame. You want to see these teams push.
Well,
and Anderson's doing it.
Yeah, absolutely they are.
And the handoff goes right up the middle to Napier. Napier breaks the tackle across the 30 out to the 35, running with purpose. Gets it across the 35 out to the 38-yard line. He's got 9 on that carry.
That's a good run on the first down. 2nd and 1. Playbook's pretty open at this point with 5.5 minutes to go till halftime.
Yeah, just as a public service announcement, the last time I wore beige pants, I sat in barbecue sauce at halftime. Not saying that'll happen again, but...
Yeah, let's don't do that again.
2nd down, a yard to go. Handoff up the middle, goes to Napier, cuts it out to the left-hand side, and he's going to get hit and dropped. Loss of about a couple. And they'll spot him back to the 36-yard line. Brings up 3rd down, 2 yards to go. Under 5 minutes and running. And we'll be back at home next week for Hanover. There are just some games on the year that you circle. And that was one of them right at the beginning. 3rd down 2, movement on the left-hand side by Donnie Lewis. It'll knock the Lions back 5 yards. Patrick Connors back into the ball game now.
From 3rd and 2 to 3rd and 7, Dave.
You know, we're seeing a lot more play out of Tanner Keller today at the tight end position too, Chuck.
Yeah, usually Eli LaFrange. I mean, he dropped the one, but I felt like it was a little bit of a high throw. So, again, coaches are trying to figure this out here as we get into conference play.
3rd down, 8 yards to go. Ball back to the 32. Lions need to get outside the 38. Dropping back, throw over to the right sideline, and it's knocked away and incomplete from Hunkus. Boy, that Anderson team, they are fired up right now.
They believe. They absolutely believe at this point. Need a good punt here and got to play defense here before halftime.
Most good coaches will tell you the longer you leave a team in that you should beat, the more they start believing that they can win.
Yeah, we used to call it, you know, in baseball, giving them courage. And, you know, looking at the way they've struggled on offense this year, and they had some bad losses, but they're not playing like it today.
Dropping back, set to return. Looks like Javon Brooks. High snap, but Yeager gets it down, and it's a shank off the right side of his foot. He's going to get hit about midfield. Take a mount bounce inside Anderson territory. Hits at the 45 to the 35 and down at the 32-yard line.
Another big break for the Lions.
Ends up being about a 46-yard punt, Chuck, but course, that thing only went about 20 yards in the air, and the rest of it was on a roll.
It's like in baseball. It's a line drive in the scorebook.
So they'll take it over at the 33-yard line, and they've got no timeouts left. Remember, 3:58 left in this first half. Brookbank, now they're going to reset this play clock as the official blows up to the press box here. Brookbank, the quarterback, with Rab on his right. Fake handoff. Brookbank steps up into the pocket. He's going to get hit and dropped. About a yard loss on the play.
That time, good coverage down the field. They were able to kind of close the pocket off, nowhere to run. Like you say, about a 1-yard loss.
Cam Fuller with this tackle coming up from his left defensive tackle position to catch that sack. Loss of a yard brings up 2nd down 11 back to the 32-yard line. Coming out wide to the right is Dietrich Johnson. They've got him as a tight end, but he lines up at the receiver's position almost all the time. Rab, the running back, to the right. Handoff. Rab up the middle on a stutter step. Picks up maybe a yard on the play.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Run defense hasn't been a problem. Yeah, it's just that when they get in 3rd and 4th and long, we've struggled getting off the field. So we got another 3rd and long here, Dave, as we're under 3 minutes.
No, normally the last 2 weeks it's been the run up the middle. This week it's been the pass over the middle.
Yeah.
3rd down. A long 9 yards to go, a short 10. Ball resting at the 33, make it just shy of the 34-yard line in the middle of the field. Brookbank on 3rd and a short 10. Looking over the line, good snap, drops back, got hit as he threw, and it is complete on the play. 1st down across the 45 and run out of bounds near the 48-yard line by Isaiah Rhodes.
Lions brought the heat. They couldn't get to him, and he was able to get it out of his hands, and they pick up the 1st down.
Rhodes? Who needs Rhodes? You don't remember that line, do you?
No, I don't.
You don't listen to me anymore.
Did I ever listen to you?
No. We don't need Rhodes.
So they're going to let it go down to the 2-minute here.
2-minute timeout. They're not going to make it. We're down to 2 minutes to go in the first half, and Anderson driving, trying to tie this game up going into the half. Your score at the 2-minute timeout, it's the Lions 21, the Ravens 14 on UltimateSportsTalk.com.
Where are you headed? Where would you like to go? New heights, right? That's why you're going to college in the first place. At Mount St. Joseph University, we integrate academic excellence, real-world experience, and individual attention so that you can go further than you ever thought possible. In fact, over 96% of our graduates over the past 3 years were employed or pursuing graduate studies within 6 months of graduation. Are you ready to climb higher? Begin your ascent at msj.edu.
Celebrate the soggy shoes and the slow starts. Celebrate the lessons learned along the way. These are the wins. Not the shiny, nail-biting kind. These are the last a lifetime kind.
Anderson has no timeouts left here in this first half, and they are at the 44-yard line, in their own territory, 1st and 10 as we hit the 2-minute mark. Brookbank, the quarterback. Rab off to his right. Receivers out on both sides. Dropping back, Brookbank. Looks to his left. He's going to throw it up the left side. He's got Yoder. It's complete at the play. Up the 30. And it's going to be run out of bounds near the 28, making the 26-yard line.
Jalen White never turned around. He was on him pretty good, but turn around and find the ball. Just wasn't able to do that.
Yoder with the catch. 1st and 10 from the 26 of the Mount. Rab lines up on the right, dropping back. Brookbank looks to his left again, throws over the middle, got hit as he threw, and it's incomplete. Threw it short of the receiver, Dunson.
And Luke Paff on a blitz up the middle was able to get in there and disrupt that throw.
First blitz of the day that I can remember.
Yeah, I think they've had a couple, but not many. And
minute 37 left to go. 2nd down We hope to talk with Coach Hopperton at the end of this half. Effort to do that. Dunson goes out wide to the right. Johnson slot right. Yoder is on the left-hand side, dropping back. Is Brookbank. He throws it out of the flat, complete to the running back Rabbit. He got hit immediately by Miles Harding and then dropped the ball.
Yeah, they called it incomplete, and I think that's a good call. He didn't quite have it, complete possession of it. So now again, another third long for the Lion defense.
Lions have all 3 timeouts left.
Yeah, I was just going
to
say 4 down territory for Anderson here.
3rd down, 10. Ball at the 26-yard line of the Mount. Rhodes goes out to the right-hand side, along with Yoder and Johnson to the left-hand side. Now Yoder goes to the left-hand side. Dropping back is Brookbank. Rolls out to the right under the rush. Looking upfield. He's going to tuck it under. He's going to get hit. Broke a tackle inside the 20. Dives down. Tried to get out of bounds. He couldn't get it. He's at the 18-yard line. It'll be 4th down and 2. They'll hustle the line of scrimmage with 1:10. They got plenty of time remaining. And they'll just go ahead and huddle up and decide what the play is going to be.
Yeah, because if they make a first down, the clock will stop to move the chains. Big 4th down play here. He was able to scramble out there to the right and picked up 8 yards. So here we go, Dave.
Dunson is out to the right. They're going to go with a tight formation here. Expect the quarterback to keep the football. Brookbank drops back. He's going to throw it out in the flat. It's complete, wide open, and it's a first down inside the 15 to the 14-yard line as Johnson caught the ball.
That was really actually too easy right there.
21-14 your score. Brookbank now they're going to drop him back, throws over the middle. It is incomplete and intercepted. Tipped it up in the air, and Brady Pierce with the interception. He's got it at the 15. He's got a caravan. He's at the 50 to the 40. Can he outrun the receiver? He's at the 20, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown, Lions! Oh, what a play to end the first half for the Mount. Brady Pierce. We'll check and see how far that went, but it looked to be like a 92-yard return of a touchdown. He did that a couple of games ago against Aurora, but it was called back on a penalty. This time, no penalty, and the Lions lead it 27-14. What a play. Spencer will come in to attempt the extra point. 14.6 to go. Kick is up. A kind of a stutter step by Spencer. I think he got his foot caught, but he kicks it up and through. And it's now 28-14. What a change of events here in this one. Brady Pierce with the interception and took it all the way back for the score. That's his 3rd interception of the season. Let's see what they call it here on that touchdown interception. Well, they're saying 68 yards, but that obviously was not the case. So let's take a look even further. It looked like it was somewhere in the area of around 86 yards, maybe 92 yards from where he caught it. And that will... Let's take a look down here and see if we can figure it out. Brookbank. And we don't have... Not going to be able to find it until later. Sorry, folks, but it looked like a 92-yard touchdown pass. Back set to return for Anderson. Justice O'Brien. And Zaire Prylu. Spencer will kick it off with 14.6 left. Lions have doubled up on Anderson now. And Justice will take it in at the 10, 15, 20 to the right side. Outside the 20 to the 25-yard line. Chuck has made his way down onto the field, and he'll grab Tyler Hopperton. 8.6 seconds left to go. Boy, what a big, huge play by the Lions and Brady Pierce to end the first half. 28-14 the Mount. And the ball resting at the 26-yard line. And they're giving Anderson plenty of time to come up to the line of scrimmage. And they have no timeouts left. Coming up at halftime, we'll talk Ohio State football. Brookbank now has Rab off to the left-hand side as they break the huddle and come up to the line. Receivers out wide on both sides. We'll see what Anderson decides to do here. Probably the final play of the half. Handoff Rab. They're just going to run it. Rab off the right side across the 25 to the 30, 35, upended at the 32-yard line. He's got 11 on the carry. And for what the clock stops on the first down, now the clock will start. And that's the end of the first half of action here from Schuler Field this afternoon, where the Lions have now taken a 28-14 lead over the Anderson Ravens. And it ended with a tremendous run by Brady Pierce to take it into the end zone for the score at the end of the first half of action. Pierce took it. Well, they still have no amount of yardage for that run by Brady Pierce to pick up the first down and the touchdown for the Lions at the end. The coaches are meeting right at midfield to talk to each other about what to do here in the second half before they come out. Tyler Hopperton with Rick Thompson, Darrell Hughes, and a few of his assistants. Chuck down on the field looking to grab Tyler Hopperton at the end of the first half. And now they make their way over, and we'll see if Chuck is able to grab the coach and get some information from him as we end the half. Boy, just a huge play. Next week, Lions play Hanover, and last we knew, they had a big lead over Rose-Hulman here this afternoon in the opener for both of those schools. Now Chuck down on the sideline, and he will be talking to Coach Hopperton as he comes off to the sideline to talk to the coach.
Phrase all week with, it's not a magic show. We're used to showing up and rolling these teams, but a lot of these guys weren't a part of that. So it doesn't just happen. There's things that go in. Break it down to one play at a time. I think they're just at it, super big. So
Anderson definitely came to play. They got some few wrinkles on offense, and they
yeah, athletic on defense, and we knew that. They're definitely a little more controlled than they've been, so they definitely had a good use of bye week. Plan, they're working that plan. First drive especially, just kept kind of inching along. A lot of misassignments on our end. Can't expect to not do our job and win a football game. So
good luck in the second half.
Thank you.
Chuck with the interview of Coach Hopperton here at the half. We'll talk Ohio State football. Your score at the half right now. It's the Lions 28 and the Ravens 14 here on the Mount St. Joseph Radio Network.
As HR manager of our company, we needed a new project manager fast, and every candidate we interviewed was a waste of time. I felt stuck. So many applications, but none hit what we needed. Does that sound like you? The hiring process can be a real headache, whether a company is looking for top talent or a professional is ready for the next career move. That's where On Time Personnel comes in. On Time Personnel in Blue Ash is the premier staffing agency in the area, connecting the right people with the right opportunities. The agency streamlines hiring for companies and delivers qualified, motivated talent for job seekers. The agency opens doors and provides a personal advocate to land your dream job. Don't let a broken system hold you back. On Time Personnel has the solution. Visit ontimepersonnel.com for employers or On Time Personnel for jobs and candidates. That's ontimepersonnel.com. Find your fit with On Time Personnel.
We're there to serve, make sure we're creating a fair atmosphere for both teams, upholding the integrity of the game.
I chose to be an official. It's the best decision I've made.
In life, things aren't scripted. Games aren't pre-scripted.
You know, I got into officiating because my father was an official. Officiating was part of our family life. It wasn't just the game.
You get to be outside, you get to experience the game. It's so much more fun. You can get a lot out of it.
If you're an athlete, we need people like you and translate those skills to officiating.
To help me become not only a better official, but a better person.
It happens in every town, in every game.
We never have a perfect game, but the rewards always outweigh the negativities.
And it's just been wonderful.
Welcome back to Schuler Field this afternoon. I'm Dave Mitchell with the halftime report, where the Lions are taking on the Aurora Spartans in the home opener of the 2025 college football season. A lot of activity going on around D3, and if you stuck around for the pregame show, you heard us go over the D3 top 25 action that is going on, or I should say the polls that are happening coming up here this afternoon. But after last week, the D3Football.com poll had North Central Illinois at number 1 with they haven't played yet. Mount Union has played a game. They're 1-0. They came in with just a couple of first-place votes, and Johns Hopkins came in number 3. Susquehanna was number 4, followed by St. John's, Hardin-Simmons, Mary Hardin-Baylor, Salisbury, UW-La Crosse, and Wartburg finished out the top 10. Now, in other schools around the area that were in the top 25 this week, DePauw came in at number 14. They're 1-0. Carnegie Mellon out of Pittsburgh, they're 17th ranked this week at 1-0. Hope, that's the Lions' opponent next week, and that will be on the air at about 1 o'clock next week from up in Holland, Michigan. And Hope came in at 1-0 at number 18. And then John Carroll, the team that beat Mount last year in the playoffs, they are number 20 this week with a 1-0 mark. Now, what was funny about the poll this week was in the preseason poll, the Mount garnered some votes, and after their victory over Muskingum last week, the Lions didn't garner any votes for the top 25. And other teams around the area that did pick up some votes for the top 25. Alma, they picked up some votes. So did Aurora this week. Even though they got beat 41-0 last week, they did pick up some votes for the top 25 this week. Marietta, Baldwin Wallace out of the OAC also picked up some first-place votes. Ironically, in the American Football Conference Association preseason poll, the top 3 teams were identical: North Central, Mount Union, and Johns Hopkins. DePauw was ranked 16th in that poll. Hope was ranked 20th. Both teams were actually 2 spots higher in the D3Football.com poll. And then Aurora finished at number 24, and then that was in the preseason poll, and John Carroll came in at number 25. Very interesting game here going on this afternoon between the Lions and the Spartans. Of course, the Lions have a new quarterback this year after Chayton Tomlin handled it 6 years ago, then Josh Taylor, and then last year Tyler Prather. Well, this year the new quarterback is Jackson Schreiber out of Oak Hills. Schreiber, he may be the next in a long line of outstanding quarterbacks for the Mount. It started 4 years ago, as I said, and in his starting debut against the Muskies last week, he went 24 for 37 passing, 334 yards with 3 passing touchdowns. And earlier this week, Sports Information Director for Mount St. Joseph, Blake Watson, had the opportunity to sit down and talk with Jackson about his performance.
It's really cool to see you starting for this team as an Oak Hills grad. I really love that. You kind of paid your dues. You sat for 2 years. You sat behind a great quarterback in Josh. TP had a good year last year. You've taken over the keys to a high-powered, high-scoring, fun-to-play-in offense. What have those 2 years, how they prepared you for what you're seeing right now as the new guy?
I would first just say those 2 guys, being under them, like 2 kind of different dudes. Josh, obviously, the alpha male, like kind of leads by example and leads with his voice, and then TP kind of the same way, but just not as out there as much. But just taking things from both of those guys and seeing how both of them have played, and just kind of little things along the way that have helped me get a lot better. I wouldn't be where I'm at without those 2 for sure. And then, just taking over the offense, it's obviously a privilege to play here. It's awesome throwing the ball a bunch of times and scoring a bunch of points. But, a lot of responsibility comes with that. I got to be mentally prepared every week. So it's a privilege for sure.
I've talked to a lot of the coaches about you and how much you've changed from your first 2 years to this year. They say, you seem like a more vocal leader. You seem like this is your offense now, and you're taking control of the huddle. You're taking control in the weight room, practice. You're willing to hold guys accountable. Have those two dudes helped prepare you for that?
Oh, for sure. Those guys were great at that, and that's not something I'm like totally comfortable with, but it's just like you just got to do it, and that's pretty much it. I mean, you don't have much of a choice as a quarterback. People are looking at you, and if you're not doing it, then no one else is. So that's it.
How was the off season different from you, knowing you were going to be the guy coming into this year? Was the training any different? Were you more engaged in getting guys together to throw?
Yeah.
Your confidence level coming in, how was that different?
Yeah, for sure. Texting guys every week, making sure we're throwing once or twice a week in the morning before guys got to go to work or whatever, and then lifting whenever you can, whenever we can get inside of space and do stuff together. So yeah, for sure, there's definitely more of an big urgency to get that stuff done, so we're prepared for the season.
You got a couple of really good pass catchers you get to throw the ball to. Eli Asta, Michael Hunkus, Kamari Pittman, a couple young guys. Patty Connors going to have a breakout year, we think, in the slot for us. A little bit of a work in progress in front of you. Running game struggled a little bit in week 1. But how fun is it to play in this offense? As a guy that, as a quarterback, you get to chuck it around. You get to throw it up and Eli go make a play. The one you threw last week at Muskingum, I felt like I was watching Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase. It's like, where's one at? Throw it down there and he'll go get it. Did that go through your head on that one deep ball that he came back and got?
Yeah, no, guys like him, you just got to give him a chance and he'll make plays. But no, the best part about our offense is, like, except for Eli, a lot of those guys didn't really start, except for Mike started because of injuries, but it's fun to finally get to see the guys that I came in with and all play together and kind of see it pay off, because we all stuck around and not a lot of guys do. Not a lot of guys sit for 2 years and then see it pay off and get to play. A lot of them get out and don't want to stick it out, but it's rewarding getting to see all of us, me, Patty, Kamari, and Mike, get to kind of finally shine and do our thing.
We turn our attention to Aurora this week. Obviously, going into last week, they were a top 25 team. They had a really surprising loss last week. I assume from watching tape, that doesn't mean they're not a good football team. You guys are ready to play a good football team today, right?
Yes, they're going to be fundamentally sound. They're well coached. They're a good team, and we fully expect to be in for a dogfight. We're going to have to score some points, and that's how it's going to be. But like I just said in the huddle there, like, this is going to be one of the bigger wins we've had in the program's history if we can get this done. So let's just be a part of history and can make it happen.
Jackson, thank you for your time. Last question. What's your major? Any plans after graduation?
I'm in sports management right now. I want to coach. So whatever avenue that takes me, I want to end up coaching and doing something in sports. So.
Right now we're at halftime of this afternoon's ball game between Aurora and Mount St. Joseph. We're thanks to Blake Watson for sitting down with the Lions junior quarterback Jackson Schreiber here this afternoon. Also going on in D3 football that should be getting underway right about now around the country. Here are the 2 p.m. starts around the country for D3 football as we take a look at what's happening here this afternoon. Salisbury is at McDaniel. MIT will be at New England. Then comes Brevard at Swanee. Hendricks will be at Huntington. UW Oshkosh is at North Central. We've already told you North Central, the #1 team in the country according to both polls. Wartburg is at UW Stout. St. Norbert will be at UW Stevens Point. Then comes Luther at Martin Luther. Beloit will be at Grinnell. Randolph-Macon is at Central. Whitewater out of the University of Wisconsin will be playing at St. Xavier. Chicago is at Cornell. Coe is at University of Wisconsin River Falls. Greenville at Lakeland. Lake Forest at Illinois College. And Ripon will be at Knox. In other 2 o'clock games today, Maysville will be at Nebraska. It's Simpson, Nebraska Wesleyan, that is. Simpson is at Crown. Rockford at Elmhurst. Then comes Minnesota Morris at St. John's. Wisconsin Lutheran at Buena Vista. Lawrence will be at Monmouth. And then 2:30 starts this afternoon, just a couple. Westfield State at Bridgewater State, and Tufts will be at Bowdoin. One team that is going to be playing the Mount this year, coming up in Week 9, it's going to be Heidelberg at Ohio Northern, and the Lions will be taking on the Polar Bears coming up in Week 9 this year. Well, tomorrow is Week 2 of the NFL football season, and we've got an opportunity to take a look at what's going to happen in the NFL here this afternoon. Of course, the Bengals will be back at home, and they will be playing their second game of the year after squeaking out a victory last week against the Cleveland Browns, in which the Browns missed 2 crucial kicks, an extra point and a field goal. Otherwise, the Browns would have come out ahead in that football game. But elsewhere in the NFL going on tomorrow around the NFL, it will be Buffalo at the New York Jets. These are all 1 o'clock kickoffs. Chicago goes to Detroit. Cleveland is in Baltimore. Jacksonville will be here in town against Cincinnati. It is the LA Rams taking on Tennessee. And another 1 o'clock game will be New England at Miami. And then the New York Giants go to Dallas to take on the Cowboys. Those are the 1 o'clock games. Seattle also will round about out the 1 o'clock games at Pittsburgh. Now at 4 o'clock, it's San Francisco at New Orleans. Carolina goes to Arizona. Denver at Indianapolis. Philadelphia will be at Kansas City in a Super Bowl rematch. Then tomorrow night, it will be Atlanta at Minnesota. That's the Sunday night game. And the Monday night game, there's a doubleheader coming up. Tampa Bay will be at Houston. That's at 7 o'clock. And then at 10 o'clock, the Chargers of Los Angeles will be playing Las Vegas. That's a look at the NFL schedule. Want to jump back into the college football schedule, though. And here are the games that are going to be kicking off later on this afternoon. And we'll go over the scores when we come back after this break. But in games that are going to be happening in college football, Division I, here this afternoon, starting at about 2 o'clock, it will be Georgia at Tennessee. What a big one there. Georgia ranked 6th, Tennessee 15th. Oregon State will be at 21st ranked Texas Tech. It's Villanova at 2nd ranked Penn State. And the University of Louisiana will be playing Mizzou. That's at 2 o'clock this afternoon. UTEP will be at Texas. And Miami will be hosting South Florida. That could be a good one. South Florida ranked 18th, coming off of their upset win over Florida last week. Miami ranked 5th in the country. That game will be at 5 o'clock. At 7 o'clock tonight, a couple of games. Ohio will be playing number 1 Ohio State at the Shoe. And Western Michigan goes to 9th ranked Illinois, while Arkansas plays at 17th ranked Mississippi. I'm Dave Mitchell, and we are at halftime of this afternoon's ball game between Aurora and the Mount St. Joseph Lions. Chuck and I will be back to take a look at the scoring plays and the stat story of this first half of the ball game here at Schuler Field. We'll do that on this beautiful Saturday afternoon right after this timeout.
Alliance One Network is proud to support Mount St. Joseph Athletics and our Cincinnati community. At Alliance One, we deliver seamless, tailored solutions that bridge technology, creativity, and partnerships, helping businesses grow, adapt, and thrive in a complex world. We're a dynamic service network connecting industries, communities, and individuals through purpose-driven solutions. From creative media and property services to wellness programs, business development, and smart technology. Alliance One empowers growth through innovation, collaboration, and impact. Whether you're building a brand, managing real estate, enhancing your home, or developing a business, Alliance One Network brings expert teams together to help you succeed. Visit AllianceOneNetwork.com and discover how we turn partnerships into possibilities.
For more than a century, Mount St. Joseph University has prepared nursing leaders who serve their patients with the heart of a lion. Whether entering the nursing field, changing careers, or expanding your professional skills, innovative simulation labs and a variety of clinical sites prepare you to deliver exceptional patient care. With flexible undergraduate and graduate programs taught by highly credentialed faculty, the Mount will help you climb higher. Begin your ascent at msj.edu/nursing.
Dave Mitchell and Chuck Murray right back here at Schuler Field, where the Lions leading at 28-14 here this afternoon over the Anderson Ravens. And Chuck, it's not been the Anderson team that we thought we would see.
No, not at all. So is it a combination of us not playing our best, which I think that's part of, but you got to give credit to Anderson. They look like a different team than we've seen not only at the beginning of this year, but in years past. So again, this game could be 21-all. I mean, Brady Pierce with a 97-yard interception return, or this game's tied up at half. So you heard my interview with Coach Hoppin at half. He knows, like, hey, we're in a battle here, and you know we're not playing well. But again, credit to Anderson.
97-yard touchdown return, as we're told, is a school record broken. Deshaun Starks had the original record, and now Brady has a new one.
Yeah, just a few years ago, Deshaun set that mark. So great when he can break records like that in a game and in a play that was really, really needed.
And the Lions are going to get the ball to start the second half of action, so that could really turn the tide here and put Anderson behind the 8 ball.
Yeah, I mean, we could go up 3 scores, but this is one of them misleading scores. If you just click around the internet and say, 28-4, Anderson's kind of hanging around. But, you know, if you didn't see that last play in the first half or one of the last plays, you'd be like, wow, it's a ball game.
You know, we talked a little bit about how in the last few weeks it's been the run up the middle that has bothered us. In this game, it's the pass over the middle.
Yeah, I'm hoping maybe we can force him to throw outside the numbers a little bit. Easier said than done, but yeah, he's having a lot of success with those little short crossing routes and drag routes.
He absolutely is, and the Lions have got to do something to shore up that middle of the defense.
And we've had a couple blown coverages too. Now, admittedly, a couple times the rush couldn't get to him. He was able to roll out and create a lot of space for him, but boy, just a couple plays where guys were just wide open.
28-14 your score here at the half, and you've got another score between Hanover and Rose-Hulman here this afternoon, and that one is becoming a runaway.
Yeah, it's 27-3 the last I checked a couple of minutes ago, so they're not fooling around. I mean, they're really playing well so far this year, and as we said, they're coming in here next week, so just checking it. It's 27-3, but Dave, there's 9 minutes to go in the second quarter. So they're on pace to score over 50.
And this team's got to realize that every week they play, they're going to get the best.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure in the last few years, Hanover staff's like, you're building your team. How can we beat Mount St. Joseph? Because we've been kind of the kingpin of the league. So now it's like, hey, now we feel like we've got the team that can do it. And, they're really putting on a show today.
They certainly are. 28-14, the Mount leads it here at the half. When we come back, it's the second half kickoff right after this.
LIT Wellness Solutions uses a proven weight and health management approach that promotes a healthier relationship with food while improving overall well-being. Visit us today at www.litwellnesssolutions.com to see if you can take advantage of the nutrition counseling you desire using your insurance with little to no out-of-pocket copay. Let us help you ignite the change within. Visit us today at www.litwellnesssolutions.com.
Take your game to new heights at Mount St. Joseph University. With 23 athletic teams and cutting-edge facilities, we are the NCAA Division III university in Greater Cincinnati. Learn more at msjlions.com.
Well, the Lions are going to get the second half kickoff here this afternoon. Jackson Schreiber having an excellent afternoon, but not exactly the way you would think. He is 7 of 16 passing, 142 yards. He's got one touchdown pass here today, but it's been Brookbank that has really led the way for this Anderson squad. He's 17 of 29 passing, 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions, 217 yards through the air for Anderson in this first half. And Chuck, they only got 24 yards rushing.
Yeah, I think I mentioned before the broadcast, they're probably going to throw it over 50 times. So that's kind of their MO so far with the numbers you just suggested. And I don't really think anything's going to change. I think for them to feel like they can, and then the last pass, obviously, it's a touchdown for us. But they're going to keep throwing it. I think they feel that's their strength. It's going to be hard to continually run against us. I think they figured it out. And I was enjoying a little bit of baseball music there for a minute there. Center Field by John Fogerty gets me in the mood. So, but as you say, the Lions will get the kickoff, and hopefully we can do something, get this kind of score out there a little bit, 3 scores, to kind of maybe take the wind out of their sails.
And both our teams are out of it now. Real quick and out. So Anderson will kick it off, and back set to return this one is going to be the Mount, and they've got it into the hands of Thaman. Thaman across the 20, 25, 30. There he goes. It up the right side to midfield. He's going to get hit and dropped at the 46-yard line. Joey Thaman, he just keeps running and running and running. They're going to have a tough time keeping him off the field in the latter part of the games.
Well, good blocking at the point of attack, and boy, he hit that, and great field position for the Lions, just what the doctor ordered.
So Schreiber with De La Cruz, who's going to start this second half at the running back position. Eli Lafrange is the tight end right off the line. Slow handoff, and it goes to De La Cruz, and he dives forward, picks up about a yard on the play.
Still not the running lanes you'd like to see, Dave. I mean, there's been a couple good holes. There's been a couple, 8, 9 yard runs, but we're just not creating those holes on a consistent basis.
Malik Evans looks like the man at the right tackle position here this afternoon, number 50. Second down, calling about a 9.5 yards. They'll give him about a half-yard carry. Dropping back on second down, Schreiber throws over the middle. He's got Hunkus at the 40-yard line of Anderson, and he'll be dropped right there, about a 5-yard gain, and it'll be second down and make it third down and 4.
Well, I will say that they've struggled in the run game, but the pass protection's held up pretty good for most of the game so far.
You know, this is Bill Walsh's answer to, if you can't run the football, you just dump it off and you get 4 or 5 yards every play. Third down, call it 5. A short 5, a long 4. Receivers out wide, and dropping back. Schreiber throws it out to the sideline. Caught by Connor at the 30, to the 30, now to the 25, and he's caught from behind and dropped at about the 22-yard line. He's got the first down after a 17-yard reception.
There's that man again, Dave. Really good throw. I didn't know it might hang in the air a little bit too long, But the line did a really nice job of picking up the blitz because there was good pressure and a big third down conversion.
He just continually makes catch after catch after catch. De La Cruz to the right of the quarterback Schreiber. LaFrange, tight end, moves in motion to the far side, drops back. Schreiber looks over the middle, wide open and dropped by Hunkus. He was running before he ever caught the ball.
Couldn't have said it any better, Dave. You're exactly right. He smelled the end zone, and he just took off before he could secure the catch. Lions do not have too many drops as this year's went on, but that clearly was one.
You don't see them drop the football.
No, you really don't.
Aston, I think we've seen maybe once. Connor once, we know of. Hunkus a couple of times. That's it. Second down 10. Fake handoff. Looking to the right. Now looking to the left. Back to the right. Scrambling out to the right, and he'll throw it away out of bounds.
Yep, smart play right there. Don't want to take no sack unnecessary. Good coverage in the secondary by Anderson. Live for another down.
He does that so well.
He does. He makes, 99% of the time he's making good decisions. I remember a couple of times up at Muskegon through a couple picks where maybe it was, but he makes good decisions. And, he's gaining more experience back there.
12:50 left to go, third quarter.
Anderson looks confused on defense here now. Okay, looks like they're in two deep safeties.
Trips out to the left-hand side in the diamond formation. Schreiber looking that way. Drops back, throws over the middle, and it's all intercepted. Intercepted by Anderson, and it'll be upended at the 20 to 25. He fumbled, and I think he got it right back, though.
Well, we were talking about the good decision making. That was not a good decision, throwing it into traffic. So Anderson comes up with a big turnover right there.
I didn't catch the number who intercepted that, but I think it was Billups, the safety 00.
Yeah, they kind of batted up in the air, but it was really a super tight window. He just couldn't get in there. That was a bad decision.
Very bad decision, and that is the third interception this year that Jackson Schreiber has thrown.
Yeah, first since really the first game. He had 2 in the first game against Muskegon.
So it's first down and 10 for Anderson. They're going from right to left. Lions in that cover 2 defense. Now going under center is the quarterback Brookbank. He hasn't done this very often. Deep back is Rabb, the running back. And Rabb fake handoff. He's going to get hit. Ball boxed in the air. Ball bounced around, and it hits the ground and incomplete. Lions are saying they caught it.
Yeah, I think it hit the ground. Luke Paff with the deflection. Dave, every time they've went under center, they do a play action fake and throw out of that formation. So somebody's down on the field. Looks like they're hurt for Anderson.
Let's see who that is. One of the linemen.
Yeah, 71 maybe? I believe it's 71, yeah. Kind of limp off a little bit.
Yep. So he'll have to leave the ball game. That is Josiah Hardy. Hardy from Warren Central High School in Indianapolis.
They always have a good football team, Warren Central.
He's just a little boy. 6'5", 300 pounds.
Yeah, Warren Central's always got a good football team. Comes from a good high school program.
You imagine the lollipop and the pacifier that kid had to have? Holy cow.
Lions defense has to step up here.
12:32 to go. Third quarter, Hardy leaves the ball game. And the quarterback, Carson Brookbank, on a reverse, flips it out to the left-hand side, and the Lions smelled it out, and they'll drop the runner all the way back inside the 10 to the 8-yard line.
They're going to mark him a little bit, I guess, forward progress. But there's that man again, Luke Paff.
Troy Humphreys got that reverse, and he just had nowhere to go.
They had that smelled out from beginning. So now we got him in third and about 21 maybe. That sound right? I believe it is. Long way to go, so just come out, stay in your lanes, and don't let them get behind you.
So it's third down, 21 yards to go. That's why you check numbers before the ball game. Humphreys was given to us as number 4. Dropping back, quarterback Brookbank dumps it off underneath to the running back Rabb right at the 15, and he's going to be dropped at the 18-yard line.
Well, the Lions defense does their job after a turnover. That's a big stop. Luke Paff, we're calling his name almost every play on defense.
11:30 and running left to go in this third quarter. Good to have you along here today from Schuler Field.
Dave, real quick, I'm sorry. The Lion volleyball wins first set 25-23, second set 25-14, and lead the third set 10-7. So looking good over there in the Harrington Center.
Here they go to punt, and the punter gets it away. High end over end kick. It's going to take another Anderson bounce inside the 40, inside the 35, and be down at the 33-yard line. That's going to be a 47-yard punt. This kid gets more rolls.
Well, I think that's part of the plan. I think their special teams coach, the way he's hitting that, it's coming out of there almost sideways. We're not close enough to get it on a fly, so it hits and rolls. So really nice coaching there by the special teams of Anderson.
He's punted 3 times here today, Chuck, and he's averaged 48 yards a kick.
Yeah, it might not look great, but it looks great on paper, I can tell you that.
And that's not a long one, then a short one, and then a medium one. This is all together. He's done a really good job. Handoff, Napier right up the middle. Takes it to the 40-yard line. He's got a 7-yard gain.
Yeah, good first down run here. Let's see if we can follow it up with a couple good runs here.
Second down 3. Ball at the 40-yard line in the Mount territory.
Coach Hughes trying to get that run game established. So a couple good first down runs, we have to be able to kind of piggyback off of that.
28-14, Mount on top of Anderson. LaFrange lines up tight end right. Receivers out wide on both sides. Handoff goes to Napier again. Napier tippy toes up to the line of scrimmage and then gets it outside the 40 to the 42. And I believe they're going to give him a first down.
Yeah, well, the one referee on our side is saying first down, but the other referee's saying no. Now they're going to wave it, give it to him.
They are going to give it to him, yep.
They never measure anymore. They just kind of eye it out. And so nice job by the line, because Napier originally didn't have that, but I think our line just pushed him forward.
See that thing the NFL's doing now, where it's all virtual?
Yeah, well.
Yeah. First down 10 now for the Lions. Ball at the 43-yard line in their own territory. LaFrange in motion. Dropping back is Schneider. He gets away from one tackle, throws over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Wow.
Boy, he tried to go to Aston, and it was almost intercepted by the defensive back, Alex Myers.
Yeah, he undercut that route. Really, it could have, should have been intercepted. Good pressure by Anderson. Jackson was able to kind of scoot out of that and roll to his right and had some time, and just was lucky there wasn't an interception there.
What is Anderson doing defensively that is confusing Schreiber, because he's not having one of his best days?
I think they're just locking down a little bit more.
Dropping back, Jackson throws out to the left side, complete on the play to LaFrange. He's got it at midfield. That'll be a gain of about 8 and bring up third down and call it about 3 yards to go. So give him 7 yards on that catch.
This becomes a big third down potential conversion here.
LaFrange, it's his first catch of the day. 9-12 and running. Left in the third quarter. Third down, 3 yards to go. Napier still in the ball game. LaFrange moves in motion to the far side, dropping back Schreiber. Throws it out to the sideline, complete on the play on the near side to Hunkus. First down after a gain of 5.
Yeah, let's just a little out. Pretty simple pitch and catch. The DB just afraid to get too close because he doesn't want to get beat long. So the Lions will take that.
Remember 3 weeks ago against Aurora, that's what they did. Just at the beginning of every drive.
Yeah, just
throw out to the sideline. Receivers out wide. LaFrange tight end right. Handoff Napier around the right side. Good block by LaFrange, but a flag is going to be thrown. And that'll be a hold against the Lions. So Napier's run in the gain of 3 will be negated.
I think it was 77 Washington, I think.
Washington Ewing on that
he looked
right
like he
guard
was kind
spot.
Let's see what we got here. No, they said number 11.
That's Eli LaFrange.
Yeah, so they got the tight end. It was a good run, too. Napier had his head down. He had a little head of steam there, running well, and unfortunately get the holding call.
So that knocks the Lions back after the hold all the way back to the 46 in Lion territory. So it brings up first down and calling about 20. Dropping back Schreiber. Look to his right now. Rolls out to the left. He throws it across his body. Complete on the play to Aston. Aston at the 42 in Anderson territory, down at the 41.
That's a good call and a really good throw there by Jackson going against your body, trying to throw a cross back, and that's a really good throw. That is really tough to do, Dave.
Got Joe Lyon up here playing with the kids. Boy, it's got to be hot in that thing today.
I would think so.
Second down, 8 yards to go after a 12-yard reception. Napier in the backfield with the quarterback, and Napier gets the handoff right up the middle, broke free across the 35, down to the 32. He's got a first down, gain of 10.
I like the spin move at the end to get about an extra 3 yards. Good running there, and a nice hole by the offensive line.
I like it when Napier just hits the hole and goes. Both the running backs are beginning to do that more and more often now. Ball to 33, again, handoff to Napier, skips up to the line. He's got a first down inside the 30 at the 29-yard line. That's another gain of 5 on the play. Napier now with, he's got 38 yards and 8 carries.
So that's about 4.5 yards a carry, so you'll take that.
Well, you're right, 4.6.
Is that math?
Math was your subject. Dropping back Schreiber on second down, 6 complete on the play.
Oh, that might have been a late hit there.
Brought down at the 23-yard line. That's Connor.
Is that man again?
Schreiber's pass is complete to Patrick Connor.
Connor picks up the reception.
Just short of the yards.
His third catch of the day, and now he's got almost 60 yards in reception yardage.
It looks like about third and, a foot or so?
Yep.
Travis Phillips was on the coverage and tackle.
6:25 and running. Lions leading at 28-14. 2 receivers out wide to the right, and a flag is taken, or no flag. The official side judge called a timeout, and it was taken by Anderson. 6:18 to go in this third quarter. Timeout on the field. It's now the Lions 28, the Ravens 14 on UltimateSportsTalk.com and YouTube.
Psalm 27, verse 17 says, "As iron sharpens iron, so one person sharpens another." And that's the business model of Iron Sharpens Iron on 5229 Montgomery Road in Cincinnati. Strength, core, and cardio, the 3 principles that make yourself better mentally and physically. Train with passion and purpose. Be challenged and get your mental game strong. We will empower you to put up the good fight and thrive. Ready for the best gym experience of your life? Call Iron Sharpens Iron today or stop in at 5229 Montgomery Road in Cincinnati. BSN Sports is the official athletic supplier of Mount St. Joseph University. If you need anything for your team, league, or complex, contact Scott Lawson of BSN Sports today. BSN Sports is the largest local sporting goods provider in town. They manufacture bleachers, benches, netting, foul poles, padding, goalposts, sleds, football dummies, and screens. And if it has to do with your athletic complex, gyms, courts, weight rooms, baseball and football fields, track and field, or outfitting your teams, call BSN Sports today. Scott Lawson, 513-702-5646.
Well, just before that timeout, Napier takes it right up the gut and gains about another 4 yards, and it's a first down for the Lions at the Anderson 20-yard line.
I like that run there because he had the ball cradled really hard, make sure he got the first down. Wasn't looking to maybe get extra yardage, just wanted to make sure he got the first down. Nice running, first down Lions.
5:50 and running. In motion to the right-hand side is Keller. And now throw into the end zone. He's got Aston, got a foot down into the end zone, caught a touchdown, Lions!
Really nice throw and a really nice route, corner route. That's a heck of a throw there. And like you say, Eli was able to balance and get his foot in.
5:41 left to go in this third quarter, and the Lions have increased their lead now to 34-14. Spencer, who has been perfect today on extra points, kind of drug his front foot on the last one. This one now dropped the snap. Now we're going to run out and throw it in the end zone near Eli LaFrange, and he caught it, but he's shy of the end zone by about 3 yards. Well, I knew I'd jinx him somehow.
He still hasn't missed, but it just, you can't get the kickoff. It's not a miss. He's been really good, but unfortunately just not able to handle the snap there.
So the Lions lead it now 34-14 with 5:41 left to go in this third quarter of play.
The George Nikias Agency is a full-service company that offers auto, home, life, and commercial insurance needs. George is an independent insurance agent, which means he can customize your personal insurance needs according to the carrier that best represents you. By having access to many companies, George is able to help your family achieve what many agencies cannot. That's multi-policy, multi-car, paid in full, and over 55 discounts. The George Nikias Agency, serving the community since 1986. Call George today at 513-733-1255.
5:41 left to go in this third quarter of play. Lions now have extended their lead out 34-14.
You would hope that missed or botched extra point doesn't come back to haunt us with a 3-score lead, but boy, you hate when those things happen.
We've often talked about that, Chuck, that how teams that miss extra points run into trouble.
Because then you typically chase points, and you don't make the 2, and then before you know it, you're in trouble.
Yep. And the Lions will kick it off. It'll be taken in by Justice. Justice at the 10, 15, 20, 25, and stopped shy of the 20. And he's going to be stopped at about the 18-yard line.
I sound like a broken record, but again, inside the 25. This time inside the 20. Special teams on the kickoffs today have been outstanding.
That's one thing that the Lions have always prided themselves on is special teams, and they always seem to get better and better down as we move along in the season.
Yeah, again, you don't think too much about them until they come back to haunt you.
Exactly. 5:33 to go. Third quarter, 34-14. Coming out wide to the left is Yoder. He's got a couple catches here today. Actually 3. Moving in motion to the near side. Rolling out is Brookbank. He's going to throw it deep. He's got a receiver downfield. That's Dunson. Dunson caught it in Mount territory inside the 50 and down on it, brought down at the 39-yard line.
Wow, that was pretty good coverage. Now somebody's down. Is this the quarterback down?
Is that the quarterback, Brookbank?
It was a heck of a throw, a heck of a catch, boy. I mean, he had to, again, drop it right in the breadbasket.
Yeah, it looks like it might be a cramp.
Let's hope that's all it is.
Yeah, look, at least from here, it looks like a cramp. They immediately went to the ankle, and now they're moving up to the calf area. 5:17 to go in this third quarter. Lions lead at 34-14, but what a big, big play from the 18 down to the 40-yard line.
They just won't go away, Dave.
No, 42 yards on that reception, Chuck.
Yeah, kudos to them. I mean, again, we talked about at the end of the half, it was a 14-point swing. This game could be, tingering right on the edge here. And it's still not over.
I can't tell if that's Brookbank or not.
I feel like it is, but
their backup quarterback is Cody Eastgate.
Let's see if he can get him up here. It looks like he's moving around a little bit, hopefully.
Well, he's moving the leg pretty well, so that's why I originally thought the way they came out and started grabbing at his ankle that it was a cramp, but
they're going to help him off.
Yeah, they are.
And I believe that's...
Is that? Yep, it's Brookbank.
Yeah, that's a shame. That young man's played an outstanding football game.
He really has. He's done a fine job. He has, in this ball game today, 19 of 32 passing, 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions, 267 yards passing, 261, excuse me. His backup is Cody Eastgate, and he hasn't done much this year. Sophomore, 6 feet, 180 pounds. Eastgate, number 9, he came in early in the ball game. He's a quarterback wide receiver out of Tippecanoe Valley, Akron, Indiana.
Next man up.
That's right. And there he is, up with Rabe in the backfield. They're going to run him around the left-hand side, picks up some yardage. That's what he did in the first half when he came into the ball game. Takes it inside the 40 down to the 36.
Yeah, if I recall, they kind of did a good job when they strung him out, forced him to go wide rather than cut it up the field. So, but yeah, you may see a little bit more running by this quarterback.
Second down, call it 6. Ball right at the 36-yard line. They need to get inside the 30. Next week is Hanover. And they were on top of Rose here just a little bit ago.
Yeah, we'll check that score in a minute.
Kickoff 1:30. Hope to see you here. Fake handoff. Eastgate looks upfield. Now he's going to run it, tuck it under. He's going to be sacked back at the 40-yard line by, there's that man again, the defensive lineman, Cam Fuller.
Yep.
Cam Fuller doing his best imitation of Myles Garrett here this afternoon.
Myles Garrett is a great player. And on that, we throw the word great around. He is a great player. I've never seen a guy, maybe Lawrence Taylor or somebody, disrupt the game like he does.
You just have to wonder about his business savvy staying with the Browns.
Yeah, he got paid a boatload.
He got paid. 3.5 minutes to go, third down. And 10.
Great protection.
And Eastgate throws it behind everybody, incomplete.
Looks like they may punt here. Interesting. Try to pin us in, I guess.
Well, when you're down to your third-string quarterback, because technically they came into this game with their number one quarterback, the way that we understood it, being hurt. Luke Manning. So the Lions now will get the ball back. Back set to return is Eli Aston. Slow snap from center, and they get the kick away. It's a directional kick that it's going to be downed inside the 5 and down at the 4.
Nice special teams there by Anderson. Eli faked like he was going to catch it, but they weren't going for that, and they were able to pin us inside the 5.
Well, now
they're going to put it to, the 8? Okay.
That's an interesting spot.
Dave, we just get a final from over the Harrington Center. The Lady Lions do sweep Anderson 3-0. The last set 25-20. So good news that they start off the season 1-0 in the league.
Who's the best volleyball team in the league right now?
Transylvania is probably, they're the preseason favorites. So, but we do get them at home this year, so we'll see how that turns out. But that's down the road.
So Schneider gives the ball off on the left-hand side to De La Cruz, and De La Cruz takes it off the right side outside the 10 to the 12. Gain of about 4 on the play. Schreiber in the ball game, 14 of 27 passing, 215 yards. He's completed only 52% of his attempts here today, Chuck, which is probably the worst that he's done since he's become a starter.
Yeah, just one of those days so far.
Schreiber, handoff again, goes to De La Cruz, and De La Cruz struggles forward. And he gets it across the 15, out near the 18-yard line, maybe the 17, and he's close to a first down. And that sound that you hear is Chuck getting rid of a bug.
Yeah, the stink bugs are still kind of around here with the warm weather. Unbelievable. Hanover 37, Rose 3 with 22 seconds to go in the half.
Boy, the Rose fans have got to be going back out to their RVs and having a barbecue. De La Cruz again off the right side. He's got the first down on third down and less than 1. Takes it out to the 20. What the Lions would like to do here is just have a sustained running attack drive.
Yep, go into the fourth quarter. We're less than 2 minutes right now in the third. It is incredible. I mean, honestly, I thought Hanover would win, maybe even comfortably, but not like that.
Don't forget, coming up in between quarters, first down 10, Schreiber rolls out to his right, got away from a tackler, throws it out, he's got a man, and it was incomplete. And that was Hunkus again, and Hunkus just had to lay out and try to catch that one, and it was too far ahead of him, incomplete.
Great effort there by Michael. He just couldn't quite, he got some hands on it, but just a little bit too far out in front of him.
Clock stops with 1:33 to go.
Yeah, we got Sweet Caroline between quarters. Hopefully the referees give us enough time.
1:33 left in the third quarter. Schreiber drops back on 2nd and 10. He's looking deep. He's got Aston out near the 50. Caught the ball inside Anderson territory on the sidelines at the 46-yard line.
Yeah, he threw it up there. The defensive back, he was on him. He just, for whatever reason, didn't turn around and find the ball.
34 yards on the reception. And again, Aston, he just loves that sideline. 1st and 10, Lions inside Anderson territory at the 47. 1:03 to go. Third quarter. Schreiber again, empty backfield. 5 receivers. out wide, dropping back. Schreiber steps up into the pocket, got hit, broke a tackle, broke another tackle to the 40, and he's going to be run out of bounds at the 35, was drugged down.
And there goes the flag.
There goes the flag. Right on the Mount sideline.
Now we're going to get a flag on our guy for retaliating. And I hope somebody, oh boy.
There goes another flag.
So we lost our cool. We might have an ejection here, Dave.
Might have.
You just got to be able to keep your cool in those
Schreiber
situations.
got taken down on the sideline in the Mount bench in a horse tackle collar is what it looked like.
He did, but I will say the defender didn't try to do it. He was just trying to get him on the ground, and I don't think that warranted us to lose our mind there in that situation. I know you want to stick up for your teammate and everything, so we'll let the referee sort this out, but I don't know that it's going to come out good for the Lions here. We know the initial penalty's on Anderson, but boy, we see 2 or 3 more flags after the initial one.
Now the officials are going to talk things over, and they are right over near the Mount sideline. Probably not a good place to be talking this thing over.
Well, this is kind of where I feel sorry for the officials. They don't have benefit of a replay to look at this and see really what happened. They have to just go by what they think they saw here, so we'll let them sort it out.
Now they'll point out what's going on. There's 41 seconds left to go in this third quarter. Darrell Hughes out talking to his offensive unit, and he's not, who knows who he's going to have left.
Well, we talked in the past. You know how I felt. I felt like in previous years we've lost our cool and had a lot of really bad unsportsmanlike penalties. This one was more trying to protect your player, but again, I hope it doesn't cost us a half of a first half. Here comes the call.
Personal foul against Anderson.
We knew that.
Unsportsmanlike against the Lions. Evidently his microphone isn't working.
Another unsportsmanlike.
Against them.
All
That's
offset.
Declined. Another one against them.
So that it all offset, so.
He's been ejected.
Yeah.
I believe they said number 2, but so nobody from the Mount has been disqualified.
Thought I heard they say 2 white.
Well, if that's the case,
again, that's what I thought I heard.
That would be Alex Myers. So they will mark it down, the unsportsmanlike penalty, and it will go to the 17-yard line. It comes with an automatic first down, and that's where the Mount is going to set up at the 18-yard line. Excuse me.
Coach Hoppin trying to get an explanation from the officials. And no matter what happens, you're never satisfied with what they call.
John Coddington wants an explanation. He's out on the field along with his defensive coordinator, but he's not getting anything.
Well, it said it offset, but we actually got 15 yards out of it. So I guess it was 2-1 maybe.
It's what it was 2-1.
Right. So they're going to give us the 15 yards, even though they said they all offset.
We declined one of the unsportsmanlike penalties, which I'm sure meant that the ball would go closer to the end zone. 41, unfortunately, the microphone is not working today on the official.
So anyway, first down for the Lions with 41 seconds to go in the third, Dave.
Yeah, after that scuttlebutt. Now the clock will start. 35 seconds to go third quarter. Schreiber, handoff to De La Cruz. De La Cruz inside the 15.
Good.
He still continues to run inside the 10, and he's down near the 6-yard line, make it the 7-yard line before they finally blow the whistle. He's got 11 and a first down.
I would think they'll let the clock run out here.
That should do it for the quarter. And I believe you're right. That's going to do it for the third quarter of play. Stick around here. Your score, it's now the Mount 34 and the Ravens 14 here on UltimateSportsTalk.com and YouTube here this afternoon. Time now for the third quarter tradition of Sweet Caroline.
Joseph 34. Before we start the fourth quarter, you know what time it is. It's time for you to stand up and join in the singing of Sweet Caroline.
The George Nikias Agency is a full-service company that offers auto, home, life, and commercial insurance needs. George is an independent insurance agent, which means he can customize your personal insurance needs according to the carrier that best represents you. By having access to many companies, George is able to help your family achieve what many agencies cannot. That's multi-policy, multi-car, paid in full, and over 55 discounts. The George Nikias Agency, serving the community since 1986. Call George today at 513-733-1255.
Well, interesting going on in between the quarters, Chuck. Not only Sweet Caroline, but the two coaches, Tyler Hopperton and John Codington, getting together and having a talk.
I don't think there was anything sweet about their conversation.
No.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen that where they were both kind of, talking it through. I don't know if it was an argument or a discussion, but the referees were kind of letting them go. So anyway, we're back to play-by-play here, Dave.
So the Lions have it down inside the 10 at the 6-yard line to open the fourth quarter, going from right to left. They lead at 34-14. Schreiber, handoff De La Cruz off the left guard. He'll take it down to the 5. Well, they're going to mark him at the 6. That brings up second down goal to go for the Lions. This would make it very, very difficult on Anderson, considering what appears to be the injury to their quarterback.
Right.
Schreiber, play clock down to 15. He's got plenty of time. Looks into the end zone, throws it near the end zone, and it bounced right off of Hunkus's shoulder pads and incomplete.
Yeah, that's a good throw. He just wasn't able to come up with the catch. So again, it's just not quite clicking today, whether it's Schreiber off a little bit, or the receivers not maybe catching balls they normally catch. So third and goal. It was a good route, good throw. It just, like you said, bounced off of him and was able to come down with it.
So it will be third down. Goal to go for the Lions. 34-14 Mount. Dropping back Schreiber. Looks into the end zone. Rolls out to his right, now to the left. Looks upfield, throws into the end zone. He's got a man, and that is Thaman. Did he catch it? Yes.
Wow.
And got his feet down for the score.
What a throw and catch. Wow.
No, that's Kamari Pittman. I'm sorry.
Every day is a great day at the Wishbone Tavern in the Delhi Plaza. The Wishbone Tavern still serves the best wings and burgers in town, but now they offer brunch on Saturday and Sunday starting at 10 a.m. And for your next event, use the Wishbone Tavern's party room, capable of holding up to 60 people. Contact Nicole for a reservation. With a menu full of fresh ingredients, hand-breaded appetizers, and a relaxed family-type atmosphere, your good time will begin when you walk in the door. The Wishbone Tavern in the Delhi Plaza, a proud member of the community, open Monday through Friday at 11, Saturday and Sunday at 10.
14-15 left to go in this ball game, and the Lions now have gone out to a 41-14 lead, and Spencer is going to kick it off after that unsportsmanlike penalty call against the bench of Anderson. He'll kick it off from the 50-yard line.
Well, you got a couple options. You can just kick it out of the end zone and be done with it, or try to pooch it and try to pin him in maybe inside the 15. So let's see what the Lions choose.
Spencer approaches the football, and he's just going to drill it right through the end zone.
Yeah. Well, with a big lead, it probably makes a lot of sense just to do that.
Well, gives him an opportunity to loosen that leg up a little bit more. Gets a handshake from his head coach as he comes back to the bench. And now Anderson will come out onto the field, and let's see who they bring out at quarterback.
Dave, real quick, some scores. Cincinnati 38, Iowa State 28 with a minute 58 to go in the game. Georgia final 35-14 over Kentucky. Michigan 24, Wisconsin 10. Illinois 43, Purdue 27.
Looks like Brookbank is back into the ballgame, Chuck.
That's good for him.
Rab is off to the right-hand side. Dunson moves in motion to the far side, now lines up in the slot. Good snap, dropping back. Brookbank steps up into the pocket, now rolls out to the left. And he's going to get hit right about the 30 and dropped right there. And check that. That is not Brookbank. That is Eastgate.
Oh, so he's still in the ballgame, yeah.
Yep, so Brookbank evidently is not going to return for this one.
Go for about a gain of 5. Second down and
Brookbank today, well, he did a nice job for this team.
He did. He if nothing, that they can take away from this game, I think their players can start believing in him. And, they got to feel like, hey, they got a chance to win some games this year.
19 of 32, Brookbank. 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. Had a long one of 41 yards, was sacked just once in the ball game. Eastgate on 2nd down and 4 from the 30, drops straight back, now rolls out to the right. Looking upfield, he's just going to tuck it and run. At the 30, upended at the 35, but I think he got the first down on the dive forward, and they'll give it to him outside the 35.
Yeah, Cardinal Lindemann on the tackle. And I've noticed this a few times this year. We have a good rush, but we have a tendency to go right at the quarterback, and he's able to avoid. Maybe you go in a little bit on an angle to force him to either go straight ahead or to the left. And he was able to wiggle out of the way there and pick up the first down.
1st and 10, ball at the 36. Yoder comes out wide to the right-hand side. Dropping back 2 receivers to the left. They're going to throw it Yoder's way, but it is caught. Diving to the ground is Dietrich Johnson. He picked up maybe about 2 yards at the most.
Yeah, a real short gain, good coverage there, so we'll give that all day long.
Out to the 39-yard line.
2nd down, 7.
2nd down, calling a long 7 yards to go. 41-14 your score. Lions on top of it. Receivers out wide on both sides for Anderson. Now they move Rabb in motion to the backfield, and he'll line up to the left of the quarterback, Eastgate, and Eastgate hands it off to Rabb, and he'll take it to the 40. He's got a gain of a yard, brings up 3rd down.
Again, the Lions, for the most part, have done a really good job stopping the running game. They've just had struggled stopping the pass, especially those ones we talked about over the middle.
12 minutes exactly to go in the ball game. Rabb out. As they bring in an extra receiver, it looks like they'll go empty backfield, 5 wide.
After the gain of 1 to the 40, it's 3rd down and 6.
Nope, they've got a man in the backfield. That's Aiden Navarre. Navarre has played sparingly today. They're going to throw it to him out of the backfield. Caught at the 41, dropped at the 43, shy of the first down by about 3 yards.
Yeah, I'm thinking they got to go for it here. The Lions brought pressure there. He had to get it out of his hands real fast, which he did, but able to tackle him short of the stick. So this is kind of their last-ditch effort here, down 41-14, 4th down in their own territory. Got to go for it.
4th down 3, ball at the 43-yard line. Need to get to the 46. 11-10 to go. Eastgate looks to his belt to see the play. Yoder in motion to the near side, dropping back Eastgate, steps into the pocket, throws over the middle, cut, complete at the 50-yard line and dropped right there for a 1st down for the Ravens.
Yeah, good coverage, good tackle by White, but again, that little throw over the middle.
Troy Humphreys. We were told he wears number 4, but today he's number 13.
Well, whoever it is out there is making some plays.
He's been doing a nice job. Humphrey, 2nd catch of the afternoon. 1st down, 10 yards to go from the Mount 49. Eastgate hands it off to Navarre. Navarre off the left tackle, broken tackle, and he gets it inside the 40 down to the 35-yard line, and you could probably hear the coaches for Anderson to the right of us.
Yeah, we're excited about that run. That's their best run of the day, no doubt.
Gain of 16. 10 minutes to go. Anderson huddling up after every play. They host Bluffton next week. 1st down 10.
Then I believe we go to Bluffton after that, if I'm not mistaken.
I think you're right. And the handoff, Navarre. Navarre right up the middle, wide opening, down inside the 30 to the 27-yard line.
Yeah, they're going to move the chains. No, they're going to say 2nd and 1.
2nd down and 1. Tackle on the play for the Lions, Luke Fortcamp.
Good little run.
Yeah, they're still playing. As Scott Van Pelt says, he goes, they signed up for 60. They're getting after it still.
Any chance you can look and see what the Manchester Bluffton score is?
I absolutely can.
That started at 1:30, 9:13 to go. Moving in motion to the near side, now lining up tight end left is Dietrich Johnson. Now goes tight end right, rolling out to the right is Eastgate. Eastgate looking upfield, got a good block, and he gets run out of bounds at the 20.
So, Dave, 13:25 to go in the game. Bluffton 25, Manchester 3.
Threw it out of bounds on the play by Brady Pierce.
Interesting.
Ball spotted at the 21-yard line. 1st and 10 Ravens.
And then, of course, tonight, Franklin goes to Muskingum. Boy,
Yeah.
that was a nice stadium.
Yeah, it was. The nice facilities up there. Again, very curious to see how that game turns out.
Absolutely. 8:30 left to go. If I didn't already have plans, I would have thought about driving out there. It's a pleasant drive.
It wasn't bad at all.
No, not at all. Dropping back, Eastgate rolls out to his left. He's going to tuck it, and he's going to run. He saw nothing, broke a tackle, gets it to the 20, gain of a couple.
Yeah, he broke a couple tackles there. Nice running. Even though it's only a 2-yard gain, he could have had about a 2-yard loss there. So,
You know, last week, went up to Chicago on Friday night to get my son. It was a nice little 2-hour drive to Holland, Michigan from Chicago.
yeah, because originally you thought it was more like 3, didn't
Yeah.
you? Yeah.
And it was really quick. We got up there. They were so hospitable and glad we were there until they saw the way we were playing them.
Yeah, then it was pretty close.
Yeah. 7:40 to go. Anderson on the move behind Eastgate. And he fakes a handoff, now runs it around the left-hand side. He's going to be hit right away and dropped at about the 18-yard line. It's another gain of a couple.
Derek Rack, I believe, in on the hit. Good hit.
7:20 and running. Lions are doing a lot of mass substitutions on defense right now. 7 minutes to go in the ball game. Next week, Hanover comes to town, and as Chuck says, and I agree, that could be for the conference title right there. 3rd down, 8 yards to go. Eastgate throws a little bubbles flare out to the left-hand side. It is complete to Dunson. And Dunson, though, gets run out of bounds near the line of scrimmage. Maybe gained a yard, taking it to the 17, and that brings up 4th down, Chuck.
Yeah, Luke Forkamp was able to kind of push him out of bounds there. So you're right. It's another 4th down play. I think at this point Anderson knows they're not going to win the game, but they're just trying to kind of end this game on a positive note here, and I'm sure they'd love to stick it in the end zone. And I'm sure the Lions would love to keep him out.
Love to keep him out. 6:20 to go. Eastgate has Rab to the right of it, who's back into the ball game. Tight formation. Dropping back Eastgate. Looks out to the right sideline. Incomplete.
Yeah.
Going to Dunson, but Miles Harding with great coverage.
Yeah, it really was.
That brings up a turnover, and the Lions will get the ball back on downs with 6:06 remaining.
See if the Lions make any changes here on offense, especially at the quarterback position. Let's see. With a 4-touchdown lead, I would anticipate maybe a change here.
And I think they have. I think they're bringing in Gavin Connor from Alder High School in Kettering. 5'10", 185-pound freshman, number 7.
That's where the Paxson brothers went, John and Jim.
So Connor, the backup quarterback for the Lions, handoff goes to Napier. Napier breaks a tackle but still struggles forward, and he gains maybe a yard on the play.
Yeah, this is one of them with your back. You'd love to be able to pound it out and maybe run it all the way through and not even give him the ball back.
Connor, his first foray onto the field. 5:43 to go. Schreiber's day has ended. 16 of 31 passing. 3 touchdowns, 1 interception, 254 yards passing, and he was sacked once. Dropping back Connor, looking upfield. Can't find anyone all day. Steps up into the pocket, now has to run out of the pocket across the 25, and he'll run out of bounds near the 27-yard line.
Well, that's great decision-making there. He did have all day, but nobody broke open, so he's just like, I'm going to just run and try to get as much as I can. So really good decision right there.
5:10 left.
7 or 8 yards. 3rd down and 2 from the 20.
Well, I'll tell you what, when you look at Schreiber, you look at Josh Taylor, you look at Chayton Tomlin, Gavin Connor is a tiny little quarterback.
Good to see him getting some playing time.
I agree. Dropping back Connor, throws over the middle. Got a nice arm, though, as he throws it across the 30, and it's caught by Joey Thaman at the 33-yard line. He's got a first down, 12-yard gain.
Freshman to freshman there. That's nice to see.
Into the contest now for the Lions, number 26. Try to catch up with them as they come in and out. 26 is Travion Davis from Austintown Fitch High School in Youngstown. 1st and 10. Handoff goes to Travion, and he'll take it across the 35 out to the 36-yard line.
Yeah, nice little stutter step there. Didn't have much room, but got a couple out of nothing.
Jordan Davis.
Oh, our scoreboard went out, Dave. Now it popped back on. Okay, that seems to happen about once a game. But the clock should be running, so it stopped. Now he's winding.
Now they'll wind it up again.
Okay, all right.
About 3 yards on the play. 2nd down and 7 from the 37.
Receivers into the ball game now for the Lions, all different ones. Wiedemann is out to the left, and they're going to throw Thaman, and he overthrew it by about 5 yards.
Yeah, he had him. Just a little bit too much on that one.
3rd down, 8 yards to go. Now Connor's coming into the ball game, and leaving the contest for the Lions is Dylan Novak.
Yeah, I'm sure he wanted that one back. You get a chance to play, and you're like, boy, that would have looked good on the stat sheet. That would have been a 63-yard TD, but just overthrew him.
3rd down, 8. Ball at the 37. Under 4 minutes and running left to go. Connor in motion. Now reverses and comes back this way. Dropping back is Connor, and he throws it into the flat to Thaman, and he couldn't get it. Underthrew him, incomplete.
Yeah, that was a low throw. Would have had a first down with a good throw, but unfortunately couldn't come up with a catch.
Another year in the weight room, and he'll be ready to throw that pass. 4th down.
I'm sorry, you talk about Jackson's day, and you say, well, 16 for 31 percentage isn't great, but, boy, to be honest, Dave, we have 4 or 5 drops today.
Yeah.
And he made some really good throws, especially going to his left, throwing back across his body. I thought he played well. He missed some throws early, and then we had some drops, so I thought overall he did okay.
Yeager has punted the ball twice today for 40 yards, and mainly those have been because of the roll. Gets that one off, but that's a boomer. Gets it down to the 25 where it is fair caught by Noah Trent.
Trent takes a fair catch at the 25-yard line. And that's where
kind of an end-over-end kick there.
45-yard punt, sorry.
I worry a little bit. He's a little methodical when he punts that ball. I'm hoping nobody, watches too close a film, comes over and gets a block. It just seems a little bit slow. I'm sure they do their stopwatch to get off time and things, but looks a little slow to me.
I agree with you. A lot of times it seems like it takes the snap a while to get to him.
That's true, too.
1st down 10 for Anderson at the 25-yard line. Quarterback Eastgate. He'll drop back, looks over the middle, now rolls out to the right. He's going to run it again. Boy, he loves running that football. 25, he's out of bounds near the 27-yard line.
Charlie Earnhardt for us was getting held pretty good on that one. 96 got held big time. And I guess it's that time of the game.
Eastgate now carried the ball 9 times for 29 yards in a backup role. The quarterback who started the game for Anderson was Brookbank, and he left in the 3rd quarter. 3 minutes to go. Dropping back is the quarterback, and he throws it upfield, and it is caught. A nice catch on the play. Boy, reached out. Dietrich Johnson caught the ball with one hand.
What a catch.
Outstanding catch, and now there's a man down for the Lions with a cramp.
Actually, I'm a little surprised we haven't seen more cramping today, Dave, with the way the weather is and everything.
Remember a few years ago, Chuck, the officials used to stop the quarter halfway through water.
I guess that was maybe when the temperatures were maybe in the low or high 80s, low 90s. Today it's probably, low 80s or so, but it's still very hot and humid, especially for early October.
2:52 remaining to go in this football game. It's a 41-14 Mount lead over Anderson, and we'll take this timeout.
Every day is a great day at the Wishbone Tavern in the Delhi Plaza. The Wishbone Tavern still serves the best wings and burgers in town, but now they offer brunch on Saturday and Sunday starting at 10 a.m. And for your next event, use the Wishbone Tavern's party room, capable of holding up to 60 people. Contact Nicole for a reservation. With a menu full of fresh ingredients, hand-breaded appetizers, and a relaxed family-type atmosphere, your good time will begin when you walk in the door. The Wishbone Tavern in the Delhi Plaza, a proud member of the community, open Monday through Friday at 11, Saturday and Sunday at 10. Official Investigations and Security Services in Cincinnati is your official provider of investigative, surveillance, and process servicing, uniformed, armed, and unarmed security services, executive protection, and bodyguard services. Official Investigation and Security Services is not only licensed in the tri-state area, but also Georgia, Tennessee, Michigan, West Virginia, and Texas. Not only private investigation services, but also mobile notary public services and more. Call Official Investigation and Security Services in Cincinnati, 844-263-3424. Repairing a sewer line in your front yard can be costly and unsightly. Say goodbye to excavations and unsightly nuances in your front yard by calling Neiman Plumbing for all your sewer repair needs. Neiman Plumbing can repair your sewer line by using their trenchless, no-dig sewer repair. Say goodbye to having to repair your lawn. Neiman's trenchless sewer repair involves installing a liner inside the sewer line to prevent future backups. Call Neiman Plumbing, 513-851-5588 for your trenchless, no-dig sewer estimate, or visit them online, NeimanPlumbing.com.
Well, anybody who's played any kind of athletics, Chuck, has gone through one of these, and it appears to be a Charlie horse in the calf area, and those hurt.
Yeah, again, it's the heat and all these combinations with the weather. Now he's going to limp off here. I think he's going to be okay. Just one of those, like you say, a Charlie horse and a cramp, and yeah, he's okay. He's under his own. We got a couple ATs down helping him out, but he jogged off himself.
You know what I've been told? Pickle juice.
I think you either mentioned that to me or I've heard that somewhere else before, too.
I've been told pickle juice is what eliminates cramps. First down, 10 yards to go from the 45 of the Mount. Dropping back his Eastgate. He's going to throw it out to the right side. Almost intercepted. In his hands and out of his hands was the DB on the play, Charlie Earnhardt.
Oh, he knows it, too. He's like, my chance.
Earnhardt, that's a defensive lineman's dream,
well,
Chuck.
He dropped back into coverage, and, he had a shot.
Yeah.
Kind of with the old hit him in the soft spot, hit him in the hands.
They will never let him forget that.
Couple early scores here that are surprises. Florida 7, Texas nothing. UCLA 10, Penn State nothing. It's early, but Penn State's got a little hangover from their overtime loss, I think.
Yeah. Second down, 10 yards to go. Eastgate from the 45 of the Mount. He's going to throw it up the right side. He's got a man, that's Yoder, and Yoder used one hand to hold the defender off, the other hand to catch the ball. They're going to say he did.
What a catch.
At the 20-yard line.
And it was really good coverage, too. That just, what do they say? Good defense, better offense. What a catch.
That's a 25-yard reception for Yoder.
Hop is not happy. He thinks the ball hit the ground, but the referee's having no part of it. There's no red challenge flag.
And now the officials are taking a timeout.
Well, they're trying to get a playoff before the 2-minute. And I appreciate Hop fighting. I mean, it's a lopsided score, but hey, both coaches fighting for their team to the very end. I really like that.
2:07 left to go. Now the clock's going to run. Let's see if Anderson is going to take advantage of it, and they are. They're going to run a play before the 2-minute timeout. Dropping back Eastgate, throws it over, knocked away. Good defensive play by the Lions, and that will take us to the 2-minute timeout, which is actually a minute 56 timeout. Your score, the Lions 41, the Ravens 14, here on UltimateSportsTalk.com and YouTube.
The George Nikias Agency is a full-service company that offers auto, home, life, and commercial insurance needs. George is an independent insurance agent, which means he can customize your personal insurance needs according to the carrier that best represents you. By having access to many companies, George is able to help your family achieve what many agencies cannot. That's multi-policy, multi-car, paid in full, and over 55 discounts. The George Nikias Agency, serving the community since 1986. Call George today at 513-733-1255.
My mom used to take Logan and I to Skyline. Since I got my driver's license, now he makes me go with him all the time and drive him there. I come home and he's just like at the door and he's like, can we please go to Skyline? I'm like, Logan, chill, we just got home. But it's fine with me because I love it too. Because it's like the one place that we actually like have like a conversation. That just became like something really special for us, and now we do it all the time and we just love it.
Skyline Chili, 5137 Delhi Pike.
Dave Mitchell, Chuck Murray, right back here at Schuler Field, where the Lions are leading it with 1:56 to go. The 1:56 timeout today.
Play after the 2-minute break.
41-14, Lions lead it heading into the game next week against Hanover.
The Lions 20.
Eastgate, the quarterback, ball at the 20, second down 10, dropping back Eastgate, throws over the middle, almost intercepted again by the Lions. Coming over the middle was Brad Menhorn, Jr. from McEachin High School in Powder Springs, Georgia, freshman.
Wow, nice defensive play there. Oh, like you say, almost got the pick.
Third 10 to the 20.
Tell you what, there's going to be some oven mitts in some lockers this week for a couple of guys.
Well, you know, they always do those tip drills and defense where the coaches throw to the linebackers and things before the games, but when the bullets are flying, it's a little bit tougher.
Absolutely. 1:50 to go in the ball game. Eastgate on third down and 10 from the 20 of the mount. He rolls out to the left, now dumps it out into the flat, complete on the play at the 10, to the 5, and brought down at the 4 on the play is Aiden Navarre. Caught that out of the backfield, and now he's down and cramping up, I believe.
Yeah, we missed an assignment there. He was wide open.
Boy, the coaches in the next office, Chuck, they're going bonkers thinking he probably should have taken that in. 1:42, excuse me, to go, and there's an official timeout on the field for the cramp. Again, I'm telling you, pickle juice.
There you go.
You're thinking I'm crazy.
Well, I know you're crazy.
Well, but there are people out there that have heard that before and have used it. And it takes away the cramps. I don't think it's in the training memos anymore, though. Probably not.
Virginia's taking a 7-0 lead over Louisville in the first quarter down in Louisville. Notre Dame 6, Boise State nothing. 4:47 to go in the first in South Bend. And UCLA continues to lead Penn State 10-0. 5:42 left in the first quarter. Now 4:38 to go in the first quarter. Bluffton was big over Manchester. Hanover was huge over Rose-Hulman. And as you said, Franklin will play Muskegon tonight. I believe a 6 o'clock kickoff up at Muskegon.
How is Notre Dame up one year, down the next? Up one year, down the next?
I think they're really good, but they've lost 2 really close games. And they honestly kind of seem to get out-coached in those games because they have a ton of talent. But, you know, as Bill Parcells says, your record is what your record is. So they're going to give him a hand as they're going to kind of walk him off the field here.
That's Aiden Navarre, the running back who just caught that pass and then ran around the left side. There's John Coddington again talking with the officials.
Now, he doesn't seem to be as upset right now. But he's fighting to the end. You give him a lot of credit.
Yep. I still say I don't know the guy, but what I've seen out of Anderson this year. He seems to have the program going in the right direction.
Yeah, the kids are fighting hard, and that's all you can do.
1:30 left to go. Dropping back Eastgate. He's going to throw it out in the flat again. Touchdown! That's Navarre.
Yeah, again, just nobody out there to cover it.
I actually thought that was Navarre that left via the injury, but it's not. So 1:26 to go. 41-20. And they'll go for the PAT, and coming in to kick this one is Corey Layton. Layton, a sophomore, 6-footer, 200 pounds. Again, he's a sidewinder. Every kicker seems to be a sidewinder anymore. A minute 26 to go. High snap, and he's going to drill it right through the uprights just as he got hit.
Yeah.
But there's no flags on the field.
Well, as I said to you off air, I thought on that drive we were held 2 or 3 times. I think the flags were in the pocket for the duration, which is only a minute 26.
41-21. With a minute 26 to go. Next week, I guess now we can start turning our attention towards that one.
Yeah, it's, early season showdown, which, again, who knows how the rest of the schedule plays out, but a very good chance for that to be for the championship. The last few years, it's been the last game against Rose that either meant the outright or a co or tri championship. And in game number 5, theoretically, that could decide the championship.
Yep. Hard to believe that game 5 of your season is going to be a very important outing.
Yeah, because, again, not only is it it's head-to-head, too, so it's like a game and a half in a sense. Because then even if the other team lost at some point, you got that head-to-head against them.
Back set to return, Trenton Meyer from Elder High School, freshman, and Joey Thaman.
See if they onside kick here. It looks like they're just going to kick it long. I mean, the game is out of reach.
Possibility.
You really don't want any injuries at this point if you can avoid it. So let's see what they do.
Minute 26 to go in the ball game. After the game, Blake Watson down on the field to talk with head coach Tyler Hopperton. And they're going to bloop it to the middle of the field. And it hits one of the Mount players in the face mask and then dropped on by another one of the Mount players who just fell on top of the football. That's Justice Johnson.
The Lions will take over first down and 10.
1:24 to go. The interesting thing about this, though, Chuck, is the Lions now have won 18 in a row against Anderson.
Yeah, that's pretty dominant.
Connor, handoff up the middle. Hands it off to Jordan Davis.
Well, if you're an Anderson fan, again, I'm not a big moral victory guy, but this has got to be the closest margin of victory in quite a while.
Like I said, I don't know Coddington at all, but over the last few years that we've watched Anderson and the Mount play, Anderson appears to be a football team.
Yeah, they appear to be, making some strides.
Yeah.
So we'll see how they go the rest of the year, too. We'll follow them as we'll follow the whole HCAC.
And, of course, we talked about that before, that the Lions need to be pushed in the conference. Handoff off the right-hand side again by Davis. Davis picks up a couple more yards. So I can make a third down, about 6.
And they don't have to run another play.
Nope.
I would think they would not.
That will probably do it here today. And the Lions just standing around, and that will do it. Your final score here this afternoon, the Lions 41, the Ravens 21. After being shut out 2 in a row, the Ravens scored 21 points here today against the Mount St. Joseph Lions, but still lose the ball game by a final of 41-21. I'm Dave Mitchell with Chuck Murray. We'll be back, have an interview with Tyler Hopperton, and wrap things up from Schuler Field, and we'll do that after this timeout.
Are you tired of diets? We are too. That's why at LIT Wellness Solutions, we focus on a non-diet approach to eating and health, a proven approach that promotes a healthier relationship with food and improves overall well-being. If that sounds like an approach you can get behind, visit us at www.litwellnesssolutions.com to learn more and see how you can connect using your insurance with little to no copay. Let us help you ignite the change within.
Odyssey now has hundreds of new exclusive music stations for you to discover your new summer soundtrack.
Get moving with worthy workouts for a cardio sesh fueled by today's top artists.
Hanging with your crew? Throw it back with Picnic Party for old school jams for your cookout.
Or sail away with Odyssey's new yacht rock station, Jugger Yacht.
For summer barbecues, road trips,
or relaxing poolside.
Hundreds of new exclusive stations, plus all your favorite local radio stations and podcasts. It's all on Odyssey.
Think better, feel better, be better. At Iron Sharpens Iron, 5229 Montgomery Road in Cincinnati, train with passion and purpose. Be challenged by the 3 core principles: strength, core, and cardio. Make yourself better mentally and physically. Iron Sharpens Iron provides a fun and effective fitness training that you'll love. Try one of their 6 different programs: the Iron Circuit, Early Burn, Thrive, the Good Fight, Trinity, and Super Saturday. Ready for a better gym experience? Get to Iron Sharpens Iron today, 5229 Montgomery Road in Cincinnati.
Dave Mitchell, Chuck Murray, right back here at Schuler Field, where the Lions have won here this afternoon by a final score of 41-21. And it was a game, Chuck, that the Lions didn't play their best. I thought Anderson played probably about as well as they could.
Yeah, it was kind of sketchy at times. Drop passes, blown coverages. They got the W, so that's the most important thing. Off a couple of weeks, trying to fix things after really a fairly good showing in the non-conference season. A win's a win, but it wasn't necessarily the best performance. There was some really good points at times, but it wasn't clearly a consistent, well-played 60-minute game.
No, it actually wasn't, but they didn't need to have that, but they came out with a 20-point victory, which is – they wanted to come out with a victory here today anyway, and now they did. Now they could turn their attention to where they probably had half their attention during the week anyway, in Hanover.
I think you're probably right. And, again, when you look back at the end of the year, or at the end of the day, I mean, what do you win by 1 or 60? It's a win's a win, a loss is a loss. So, like you say, they'll turn the page. I'm sure they'll get to work on Hanover probably sooner rather than later. And, again, Anderson, give them credit. They battled hard, and probably their best game of the year, and their quarterback gets hurt, and they kept battling and kept fighting, and coaches kept fighting, and like you said, he's doing a good job there. It takes some time, and they're gonna. It'll be interesting to follow them the rest of the year, see how they do. Can they beat get another victory or two here as the league goes on? Only time will tell.
That's 18 straight victories over Anderson, and now they are 19-1. Overall against the Ravens on the football field. Yeah,
that is very dominant, that's for sure. I don't know how far that goes back. I believe we started playing them in 98, so we might be, I know the website only goes back so far, but that's still an impressive record. And, so again, we're going to be happy with the victory. We'll go forward and know that there's a lot to clean up, and they got a great opponent coming in here who's, really done well in the non-conference season and is just blowing Rose-Hulman out of the water today at Rose-Hulman.
De La Cruz today led the team in rushing, 12 carries, 54 yards. Eli Aston had 5 catches today, Chuck, 109 yards. But overall, the Lions had 7 players catch passes today for a total of 261 yards off the right arm of Jackson Schreiber, who was 16 of 31 passing. He had 3 touchdowns, 1 interception here this afternoon. Let's go down to the field with Blake Watson and head coach Tyler Hopperton.
Having some technical difficulties here.
Yep, we're having technical difficulties, so we'll be unable to bring you the interview with Tyler Hopperton at the end of the game. Final score, 41-21. Lions win it here this afternoon. We'll wrap it up right after this.
We're back at Skyline to see what it is that makes people feel so good. Why do you like coming to Skyline?
The staff is nice, just everybody's smiling and makes me feel good.
If I order the cheese conies, the chili gets into the bread, the bun itself. They're heaven.
I like to sit there and watch them make it. It's always hot, fresh, served quick.
You know it's always going to be perfect. You know it's always going to taste great. Everyone's inviting. They sit you down with crackers, and you just feel like you're meant to be here.
Feeling good. It's Skyline time.
Skyline Chili, 5137 Delhi Pike. Every day is a great day at the Wishbone Tavern in the Delhi Plaza. The Wishbone Tavern still serves the best wings and burgers in town, but now they offer brunch on Saturday and Sunday starting at 10 a.m. And for your next event, use the Wishbone Tavern's party room, capable of holding up to 60 people. Contact Nicole for a reservation. With a menu full of fresh ingredients, hand-breaded appetizers, and a relaxed family-type atmosphere, your good time will begin when you walk in the door. The Wishbone Tavern in the Delhi Plaza, a proud member of the community, open Monday through Friday at 11, Saturday and Sunday at 10. Sometimes circumstances require the services of a private investigator, and when that happens, contact Official Investigations and Security Services in Cincinnati. They specialize in surveillance, insurance fraud investigations, workers' comp, witness location and protection, accident reconstruction, and stolen auto and construction equipment. Official Investigations and Security Services also provides mobile notary services throughout the tri-state area. So for your needs, call the best. Courtesy, professionalism, experience, and results. Official Investigations and Security Services at 844-263-3424.
Well, check the Lions now 2-2. They're 1-0 in the Heartland Conference. Anderson drops to 1-3. They are 0-1 in the Heartland Conference. Hanover's going to be 1-0 in the Heartland coming into next week. So now, what do the Lions have to do this week to get ready for that game?
Well, they got to watch a lot of film and see what Hanover's doing. Obviously, I have not watched any of their film, but they're lighting up the scoreboard today. They've played some good opponents. As I said, they beat Alma on the road by 1 point, so it's going to take their best effort. But I think, I obviously have to limit the drops, run the ball a little bit better, just enough to keep them off balance, and clearly we have to know our assignments better on defense. Just way too many blown coverages, and that can't happen against Hanover, but because – they're very impressive so far this season. Very, very impressive here today. And the Lions win it by a final score of 41-21. Any final thoughts here today, Chuck? Well, again, a win is a win. They didn't play their best. Give some credit to Anderson, though. I thought they really came in here and played hard. Yes. And, they feel like, again, I think for them it's kind of a moral victory. You look and say it was by 20, but 14-point swing at the end of the first half, or we maybe were biting our fingernails at the end of the game. Who knows? So I think they're going to they got a chance to win a few games this year. For the Lions, get this one in the rear view mirror and start turning your attention to Hanover. I'm looking forward to next week. I really don't know what to expect at this point. Good to have you back. Yeah, it was good to be back. We'll see you next week, Chuck. Can't wait. That's going to do it for this week. Our thanks to a plethora of people, of course, to Chuck, to Melanie Wagner, the athletic director, to Dr. Williams for granting us permission to do these games, Blake Watson, the sports information director, Tyler Hopperton and his coaching staff, to John Coddington and his coaching staff. Our thanks to everybody in Anderson who listened to today's game. Our thanks to the sponsors for this afternoon's contest, but most of all, our thanks go out to you for listening here today. I'm Dave Mitchell for Chuck Murray. Your final score, once again, it was the Lions 41, Anderson 21. Until next week, back here at home against Hanover at 1:30. Have a good week, everybody.
This Lions game was brought to you by Alliance One Network. See us at AllianceOneNetwork.com. LIT Wellness. Iron sharpens iron. Owned by MSJU Hall of Fame inductee Alex Harbin. Official Investigators and Security Systems. The Wishbone Tavern. Neiman Plumbing. Scott Lawson of BSN Sports. On-Time Personnel in Blue Ash. Skyline Chili on Delhi Avenue. The George Nikias Insurance Agency. And by the Mount St. Joseph University. Join us next time for another Mount St. Joseph University athletic event. This has been a special presentation of UltimateSportsTalk.com.